The last time we left off, we had tied up a Pislavitz and finished all that Glisters main quest. I'm gonna head over to Sasau. Let me check my stats. Yeah, we're good to go on energy and nourishment. I'm gonna head over to Sasau. We're gonna focus the main quests for a little bit. There's one specific part of the game I want to get to. So I'm gonna be focused on getting to that. Stretch. So I want to focus on getting to that bit. And then next time you play, we'll tie up any loose ends that are left as a result of that.
Come to think, yes, we have.
So, you know how it goes. The bet is 5 groschen. I'll give you a riddle.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Let's do it.
What's the riddle this time, eh?
Now perk up your ears. One fine day, the king invites some nobility to his castle. He seats all the company around a round table. After a while, the 2 ladies, Carolina and Sophia, notice something interesting. Neither of them is sitting to the left or the right or directly opposite another lady. The question is, what is the smallest number of people
I'm gonna ask the voices.
he might have invited to the castle?
Voices, tell me. Give me the answer. What's that? 5? Okay, I'll trust you.
5.
You right?
You're right.
Voices
The thing
always
to
come
bear
in clutch.
mind is that when an odd number of people sit at a round table, nobody is sitting directly opposite anyone else. Well, what can I do?
We may well do.
Oh, chill, man. I need to rob you of your die that you have. That I know you have. That was close, man. He almost got away. Is that a demonic dice? Please tell me it is. Please tell me it was. It is. Nice. That's beautiful, man. We can now run around with a full 2 sets of demonic die. That combined with our running hand perk means we can potentially win most Pavic games on the first throw. That's great. It's really beautiful. Let's just focus the main quest now. We're gonna put them die away in the chest once we get up to that part up there. Alright. There, that's up there. Right. Oh, is he in here drinking? Oh, it's the innkeeper. Never mind. Let's talk to you about it.
God be with you.
I'm actually thankful for that though, so.
My humble greetings. How may I serve you?
Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
And what's your idea of suspicious?
Have you heard of anyone looking to hire some rough men?
Mercenaries, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
There were some fellows conspiring here in the corner twice a week, and others coming and going. They didn't look entirely respectable, but they never made any trouble.
Alright, what happened to them?
What happened to them?
I don't know, they just stopped coming. And I haven't seen hide nor hair of them since.
You haven't heard anything about where they went?
How could I have? They just stopped coming, and that's that.
Where do you think they might be meeting now?
How should I know? I'm an honest innkeeper, not a man at arms. They could be meeting at another inn. They could be meeting in the woods by the light of the moon, for all I know.
Okay.
Is there any way I'll recognize them?
Unquenchable thirst. They drank like fish. They were rough-looking too. Big-bearded and scruffy. Aside from that, they mostly kept to themselves.
That's not much help. What did they do while they were waiting for someone?
They drank. And they played dice. I do remember there were always dice on the table.
No, okay.
So they were fond of dice, were they? And where would you find a game around here?
Anywhere there's dice and usually drink. That's all you need for a game. Although it dawns on me now, I never saw Simon with those men, oddly enough. He's got a nose for drunken dice players with a coin to lose.
Simon who?
Simon says.
Why, the young miller. He runs Katzig Mill. Neighbours are always slandering him for trafficking, but who knows? Maybe he just has a knack for business.
Hmm.
You don't know where I might find some more dishonourable folk?
And why would you want them? You'll set tongues wagging about you.
But they'd be the ones to know what reputable townsfolk don't.
I grant you that. Well, we don't have an executioner, just a knacker. But he's an odd fellow. Like any knacker, I suppose. And there's some strange tales about Miller Simon, too. But I'd say it's just jealousy.
Alright.
What can you tell me about the knacker?
Decent folk don't talk about him. He deals in carcasses.
Well, I was hoping you'd tell me a bit more than that.
Why should I care about him? He lives in a house by the church, and that's all I know. And all I'll say.
What can you tell me about Simon?
There's not much to tell. He runs Katzig Mill, and some say thieves meet there at night. But isn't there gossip about every miller? I don't think he's a sinner. But only God knows for sure.
Anything else?
You might not find him at the mill. He's a busy man, always out and about making some deal or other. And he likes to throw dice, especially when he sees a fat purse hanging on a drunken belly.
Alright.
Thank you for the help.
Not at all. But why off so soon? Sit down for a tankard or a bite to eat.
Are there any problems?
Nothing I've heard about.
Alright, cool. So, oh, that cleared up the other ones too. That's actually helpful. Saves us a lot of time. Where's my horse? There it is. Let's go talk to the guy over here, and then we'll go talk to Thomas. And then we'll see what the miller has to say about things. Oh, chill. Went right past it. Was too zealous. Far too zealous, it seems. Why have I got a bounty? Why have I just gotten a bounty? Doesn't make any sense. Someone must have somehow seen me open that door. Fine, I'll wait till the morning. Nuisance, I'll wait till the morning. Not even a big deal, man. Let's ask you a few questions. I'm surprised he woke up. The rain dampens the effects of my... or the sounds that my armor makes. Oh well. So be it.
God's sake,
Are you the local knacker?
I'm the local grave digger. But if there aren't any burials to take care of, I'll turn me hand to knackering.
Well, then you might know a lot of things that others don't.
I'm a decent man. Not always honest, but decent.
Anything fishy going on in these parts?
There certainly is. Candles are being stolen from the church. As brazen as that. What sort of people do that?
Me.
But have you heard of anyone around here hiring adventurers and bandits?
How would I know that? Most people avoid talking to me. I don't even go to the tavern much these days.
Thank you. I'll be going now.
Very well. Feel free to stop by any time. People shy away from me, except when there's a death, or the cesspit's full. Goodbye.
So it was a load of... wasn't very useful, was he? No matter. You know what, that works for me.
God be with you.
Wait, is there more?
About...
No.
Thank you.
Very well. I'll see you later.
And that works for me. Because we can just go straight up to the inn now, put them die away.
Here you little.
And then speak to Thomas and then the miller.
Yeah.
We should be like 1 or 2 horseman XP ticks away from level 20 horsemanship too. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Yeah. Beautiful that is. Almost a full row of 20s. And these two are pretty easy to max out. That's gonna take a lot of work, that page. As is that, I think. Unless there's an agility trainer, because then with the agility trainer and then the box, they'll be pretty easy. But I don't think there's an agility trainer. We would have seen them by now if there was. Alright. Inventory. All that. Oh, but it's already lost for stolen mark. It's pretty convenient. We have 3 loos. 4, 5, 6. Maybe. Maybe. Tempting, but it doesn't really matter too much right now. Given everything given that we don't really do the game, whether it's called Havoc or something. So, it doesn't really matter. The lag of saving made my horse just turn slightly, ever so slightly to the left, and knock me off. That was crazy work. I'm hoping talking to Thomas doesn't cancel the speak to the miller quest point. I do want to speak to everyone, even though I don't need the speech XP anymore. Still want to do it, you know?
Good luck to you.
Oh, that's you.
How are you doing? Feeling better yet?
Aye, much better. I'm truly grateful. A bit longer and I'll be able to run back to the woods and carry on. Well, never mind. Very kind of you to look in on me.
Truth be told, I didn't come just for your health.
What do you need?
Well, I've heard tell there's work for fearless men who enjoy a bit of silver.
Ah, I believe I can help you with that. They used to frequent the tavern, but now they meet in the church.
The church?
Aye, that's right. The church is locked at night, but if you see a light, the door will be open. Go in there and wait. Say a prayer or something, and then you'll see.
That's it? I don't need to speak to anyone?
Just doing what I told you is enough. They'll give you a good look over and see if you've got the metal. Don't you worry about that.
Alright, thank you.
You took care of me, why wouldn't I help you? Tit for tat, eh?
Goodbye.
Did it cancel the miller one? It did. So we're gonna reload then, because I want to speak to the miller, just hear the dialogue. I just want to hear the dialogue, so we reload. Oh, hold on, that's this autosave that happens. So we're gonna go to A. Then we can fast travel back to here, so it's not that big a deal. And again, with how fast the horse is, I know I keep saying it, but it really is a fast horse. Especially when there's no obstacles in the way. We just about made it up there. It is somewhat sad that we are at a point where most actions don't really benefit us anymore. You know, I just think about that. No matter. Dude, when are we gonna hit level 20?
Yeah.
Probably not anytime soon. Whatever.
What? God's blessing.
Listen, have you heard about anyone looking to recruit men around here? Or planning some kind of mischief?
No?
That was quick.
I know how it is with millers. I've been friends with a few and they hear all the gossip.
So go ask them.
I doubt their ears reach all the way here.
Then it seems you're out of luck.
Surely we can come to some arrangement.
I don't much care for strangers.
So, what do I have to do to get in your good graces, Master Miller?
Well, if I heard from those Miller friends of yours that you can be relied upon, and you're not a complete dolt. See you later.
So that's wanting me to do the pickpocketing activities all the way up to him. Or something like that. You could probably do it, but I don't want... I'm not putting in all that effort. Just for a little bit of flavor text. Of him saying... So either the same thing that Thomas said, or directing me to Thomas. So, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to look it up. What he says. Alright, so it looks like there's a few ways of doing things. It looks like Thomas gets us to the church information. If you do all the thievery activities for the Millers, they lead you to this guy. Leave yourself to him. He will tell you about the church. And then apparently if you speak to the bailiff, he will lead you to the tannery, which will lead you to the quarry, where you can have a fight with 3 people. And then they will tell you a rumour that leads to the church. Honestly, I don't really care enough to go out of my way for the quarry fights. But I guess I will, because of unarmed fighting XP, and I believe it gives agility XP too, right? So, fuck man. The lockpicking activities will take too much time and will only lead me to the same result as Thomas. But, I don't know man, do I? I don't think it's worth my time, to be honest. There's quicker ways to get that skill XP. At this stage, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. I know though. I do want to see the dialogue, you know? I don't know. Even is the bailiff. The fuck is he? Where's he at? There's nowhere to be seen. You know what, fact. Let's just continue on, man. There's no need to deal with all this nonsense just to get to the same result, right? We kind of get the gist of what that path looks like. There's no need to go down this convoluted pathway. Just have a little fight with some people in the quarry. It just isn't worth it, you know? It's not worth the time investment. It's really not. Let's skip through this real quick.
Well,
Yeah.
that's alright.
Goodbye.
Alright, there we go. I'm gonna save in a new slot. And then down to the church we go. The best part about not needing horsemanship XP now is just doing this in Sasau. Don't even need to care about the XP. Let's get off the horse here. It's more cumbersome to direct it there than it's where. Alright. Save. Let's see what this is all about then. What was it, nighttime? I think it was nighttime, wasn't it? Alright, here we are. Let's do it. Why are you still here? Whatever. Not my problem.
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in
Amen.
heaven. What?
So, you've been looking for us, eh? What is it you want?
I want to join you. Make some money.
I hear you're hiring men who don't mind getting their hands dirty.
Is that so? And where did you hear that?
Taverns and the like. People talk.
Well, that's
It's
a
back there
pretty
again.
tale. But no one in any tavern told you to come here and wait, did they? So let's have it. Who told you?
I don't recall his name, but he was one of your friends. He said that he couldn't take me straight to you, that I had to go through the church.
He was right about that. But he still said more than he should have.
I know my way around. You won't go wrong with me.
Spare me the boasting. I've got a test ready for you.
Oh, yeah?
Let's see how you handle it before you tell us how wonderful you are.
What test?
Nothing complicated. We used to take anyone who looked like they could keep their head on straight. But not now. Now you can only join if you do what we tell you.
Which is what? Steal something?
It's right there, look in the
Not
back.
theft. If you want to join us, you have to kill Pius.
Who's Pius? And why should I kill him?
That's none of your business. But I'll tell you anyway, because it's an instructive tale. Pius was one of us, but he fucked up.
Oh, well, I wouldn't do that.
Steal something?
Yeah, that was part of it. Stole some money, ran away. A few boys died over it. Showed a distinct lack of loyalty. And as soon as he's dead, you can join us.
I'll have to find him first.
You don't need to find him. We know where he is.
Then why haven't you killed him yourselves?
It's quite a test. He's hiding in a monastery.
With the stable boys? It's not hard to get into the grounds.
No, not there. Oh, he would have been dead long since. He's in the, cloister. Or whatever it is.
But only monks can get in there.
Just monks and Pius. He's an educated bastard. Seems he used to be a priest, but it didn't quite work out.
We're conspiring to commit murder and there's a guy in the back just chilling.
And how am I supposed to get into the cloister?
You'll think of something. Maybe there's a secret passage. I've heard there's some cave underneath. The cave of St. Procopius. There might be a way into it from outside.
And do you have any other ideas besides secret passages?
Well, there is this one fellow been hanging around the taverns. Supposed to join the monastery soon. Might be he could help you somehow. I'd try talking to him if I were you. And if he doesn't help, knock him on his ass and take anything he's got that you could use to pass yourself off as him. A letter of admittance to the monastery, or whatever.
There we are.
How will I recognize Pius?
He won't have been there long. He should be the only new one there.
But what if there are others? What does he look like?
Normal. He always went about well dressed and had a fine looking dagger.
Yes, except he'll be given a robe and they'll take his knife.
Then you'll have to try and figure out which one of the novices it is, and get him to betray himself. Try getting him drunk, then send him straight to hell.
Get him drunk? In a monastery?
We're better. There's more wine there than in the royal cellars, and I doubt he suddenly stopped drinking.
Okay.
Fine. So I've got to kill Pius. He's in the cloister, and to get into the cloister, I'll need to enlist the help of some boy who's joining the order, right?
More or less. And now the main thing.
The main thing is to kill him, isn't it?
Of course. But that's not all. All hell's gonna break loose in the monastery after the murder. So, either make sure nobody finds him, or hightail it out of there quick as soon as the job's done. But better if they don't find him right away.
And what else? Should I come back here afterwards?
No. Before you run for it, take his special dice and bring it as proof that you killed him. And if you can get him to tell you where he hid the coin, bring that as well.
Bring his dice and the money if I find it. And where should I bring it?
From the monastery, head east across the river. There'll be a swamp where you'll find a fire pit. Go there at night and light a fire. Make it nice and big and we'll show up. Take the dice and the money, and then tell you where to report. Got it?
Right, I'm to slip into the best guarded place in the entire region and kill someone. Take his dice and money, and then go to the swamp and wait by the fire.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Well, you can at least say a few Hail Marys for me. I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
And remember, we'll be keeping tabs. So don't you try to run off, alright? See you later.
Vitality, but we don't need. No matter. You didn't hear a word, right? Remember that. You didn't hear anything. Alright. We have to go back to... Oh my... What a bastard. I've got to go all the way back there to tell Sir Radzi. Oh well. Oh well. You can fast travel there, it's not... Oh, we can fast travel up top too. It's better to go there manually. Much quicker to do it this way. All the obstacles in the way right here. It's a bit of a pain. Better just go up here and go down here. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, come off it, man. Okay, I'm getting off the horse. Let me more precise movement.
Greeting.
You
You
Carl?
wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No. See you later.
What about you?
My humble...
You wouldn't be...
See you later.
God save...
You wouldn't...
No. Goodbye.
Alright, well shit, man. Baby's inside.
God save?
You wouldn't be Carl...
No. Good luck then.
Hmm.
You would...
No. Goodbye.
What about you?
Are there...
Nothing I've heard.
You wouldn't...
No. Good luck then.
Carl. You're not Carl. Spoke to all three of them. Don't suppose he's up here. That's not him. Is he over here, maybe? Guardian Manfred. Here's Carl. Well, I never. Well, I never. Okay, I can't just take it off him. Fine, we'll wait till morning. In fact, we'll sleep till morning. Get our energy level back up to top. To 100. Alright, go, and we'll wait the rest of the way then. 9 AM, everyone will be awake. We'll deal with Carl, go to Rattay, speak to Radzik. And then we will infiltrate the monastery. I've been waiting for this. We're gonna have to hide a few things inside. But should be fine. Oh, lazy bastards. Maybe this will do it.
My God!
I should have woke him up.
Help! Here!
Hopefully.
Somebody help!
And then once he stopped running around,
Everyone, come here!
we should be fine.
My God!
Ow, that was loud.
Help!
Help!
Here!
Help!
Come here, quick! Alarm!
Come here, quick! Alarm! Oh, for fuck's sake! You're not gonna know it was me, really. It'd be annoying if they do. But even if it is, they shouldn't do too much.
Come here, quick! Alarm!
Come here, quick! Alarm!
Quick, everyone! Come here!
Quick!
You!
What?
Stop right where you
What
are.
did I do?
Stop. Caught you. This definitely...
Alright.
You've purged...
All that, and I can't speak to him anyway. Alright, well shit, I guess we've got to go to Rattay first then. I guess we have to speak to Radzik first before we can speak to him. Very well, fine. Nourishment, 74. I feel like I can eat this and be fine.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. Let's go speak to Radzik then. You know what? I don't care about pilgrims anymore. I don't think they have anything interesting for me. Whether it's dice or treasure maps or anything. You haven't seen anything interesting in a long time. Even the skill books are kind of meh. I'm maxed out reading, so who gives a fuck, you know? Come on guys, out my way. Out my way. Out my way. You in here, Radzik? No, you're above. Why didn't they make this a little bit bigger? I could get by easier. Vanek, move.
Henry, I'm glad
The
you
Lord
came.
be God be with you.
Greeting. See you later.
No, I'm not doing that.
God be with you.
Sir, this investigation into the Neuhof massacre, it's getting a bit complicated.
What have you found out?
I tracked down a gang of robbers who recruited killers for Pribyslavitz. They know the Horsons who torched Neuhof.
That's excellent news. Did you find out any more?
So far, not much. If I'm going to infiltrate them, I have to do what they say. That means murdering one of their former cronies, a fellow they call Pius. Apparently he was at Neuhof too.
You have to kill a criminal to prove yourself to them? Huh. I don't much like the sound of it.
That's not the worst of it. This Pius is hiding out in the monastery pretending to be a novice, I'd have to get inside the cloisters to get at him.
Good God above, that's another matter entirely. They don't let just anyone into the cloisters, and the abbot won't give up any of the novices. Secular law has no jurisdiction inside the monastery. But this is the second time that something untoward has happened there. First the counterfeiters, now this. I'd be glad to have someone take a look inside.
What's been done with Pius once I find them?
What should I do with Pius once I find him?
Don't kill him. Bring him to the bailiff in Rattay. He'll interrogate the man and give him a fair trial.
It doesn't sound like an easy task, sir. Getting into the cloisters, finding Pius, and then getting him to the bailiff.
Far from it, lad. But I have confidence in your abilities.
Me
It
too.
seems like the only way to find Pius is to join the order. Damned if I know how, though.
A bit of meditation and learning would do you good. If it's really the only way to get to him, then you'll have to do it. I'm sorry I can't be of much help. Sadly, my relations with the monastery aren't entirely congenial. You'll have to figure something out for yourself. Good luck then.
Alright, well, I can do that.
Take care.
I can do that. Hopefully it will let me speak to the guy now. Worst case scenario, we murder him and then surely then it will let me speak to him. Or loot him, I should say, for his letter. Let me fast travel from here, please. Good. Very good. Damn it. Now. You've been all over the place here. I definitely think we'll have this game complete by the time KCD 2 comes out. So, you know, we have that going for us. Thankfully.
Yeah.
Right, let's see the easiest pathway now. I missed it a little bit, but at least it managed to save it a little bit. Alright, agility's still pretty low. How can we even get here though? Okay. We're wearing plate armor, so that's useless. That's useful. That's useful. 1, 2, 3. Can we get 3 more? We can. That's pretty good. I'd say fast striker is useful though. So that's not an issue. That's him right there, isn't it? No. No. Not in there anymore. That's good news. As long as he isn't sitting in bed constantly asleep, unable to talk to him. What the hell are you doing here?
What? Are you volunteering to get your head smashed in?
That's right. Let's go.
Have a little suck. Come on. Just a little bit. Oh. That was easy. Damn, bros. Him.
You know you shouldn't drink so much.
Who are you to tell me what I shouldn't drink? You aren't the one bound for the monastery.
And that's precisely why you shouldn't drink so much. But I suppose they'll teach you temperance and humility.
They'll teach me fuck all. I want to live it up while I still can.
You shouldn't raise your voice like that. It's unseemly.
And once I get pissed, I'll go and find myself a whore.
You won't be going anywhere.
Boney.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight. Take care.
God save you, good knight. What can I do for you?
Are you Carl by any chance?
I am. Why do you ask?
I've heard that you're bound for the monastery.
Yes, it's true. But I've convinced my faithful guardian, Manfred, to give me a few more days of freedom. Mind you, he won't let me visit the brothel. so instead I'm devoting those days to the demon drink. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
My name is Henry.
Pleased to meet you, Henry.
There. Satisfied?
Hmm. Could we speak in private?
Could we speak in private?
Something to eat.
I have some issues with the monastery.
Really? Well, I'd love to talk about it, but we won't have privacy as long as Manfred here has his head permanently stuck up my arse. Get rid of him for me, please. Good luck then.
Okay.
You're Manfred, the young Lord's guardian?
Indeed I am. Why?
Here for a drink?
You must have a mighty thirst. Waiting here with him for days, just watching him get drunk, and not having a sip yourself.
There's no doubt I'd enjoy a drink. Heaven knows I deserve it. But if I dull my senses in the slightest,
I'll fetch
that
it right
rogue
away.
will surely get up to mischief.
So let's drink together. And if you start to feel unwell, I'll keep an eye on him. Like you said, you deserve some fun.
I can see you're a reliable lad. So what shall we have to drink?
Right away.
And while we're at it, why not have a little game?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Oh, but we haven't played this game in a long time. Oh, I'll play.
Guide my hand.
Score and roll again.
Curses! Why did I even start this game?
Real. Just gave up while you have a chance. Wow. GG.
How in the name of all
GG.
that's holy?
I win. I win.
A tankard of ale for me.
Manfred's taken care of, just as you wanted.
Thank God. He won't let me out of his sight for a second, and he's itching to get me in the monastery so he can head back home.
Why are you being sent?
Why are you being sent to the monastery?
Like every lusty young lad, I'm fond of fair maidens, but I got too fond of one, and let's just say she was, indisposed for 9 months.
But they don't send you to the monastery for that.
They do, when it's the daughter of the Lord of your fief.
Shit.
Shit is putting it mildly. The Lord of Bookover was less than pleased. He knows he'll never marry off his daughter now, so he gave father a choice. Either pay him 1,000 groschen in compensation, along with my balls on a silver platter, or pay 1,000 groschen and put me away somewhere no one will ever see me again.
Why does your guardian never leave your side?
So I don't run away. Of course, I'm free to walk around, but he watches every step I take and won't stop until I'm behind the monastery walls.
Well, he's not watching you now.
What good is that to me when he has all the money, and even my saddle and riding cloak under lock and key?
Well, I think we can help him.
Why don't you just run away?
Bare-arsed. What the hell would I do? I don't know how to work, I have no money, and that old bastard's even taken my cloak. He has me in the palm of his hand.
But there are poor people everywhere and they get by somehow.
If I have to choose between hunger and poverty on one hand and the monastic life on the other, I'm afraid the monastery wins. If I could only steal that old man's pouch, I'd be gone faster than lightning and no one would ever see me again.
What if I entered the monastery instead of you?
What? Voluntarily? You don't look like someone who'd want to spend the rest of his days on his knees praying. Well, that's your problem. You could only enter the monastery if you know how to read and write, and if you have a special writ from the abbot. That's a letter confirming they know who you are and that they've accepted you.
So you give me your writ? I'll just tell them I'm you.
Manfred has the writ. You'd have to take it from him, but he only puts it down when he sleeps.
So I'll steal it and then you can disappear.
Disappear? Bare-arsed? What the hell would I do?
But there are poor people
If I have to...
That's all then.
Goodbye.
You got this. Where did he go? Where did he go? He doesn't appear to be marked. Is that him over there? If it is, this is awfully convenient. It is not. Where the hell did he go? Did he go to bed? He might have went to bed. He might have gone so drunk he went to bed. That's not it. There it is. Easy enough. Easy enough indeed. Go with the wit to the monastery porter. I think to put away our equipment for that.
I've got what you need. Excellent. Give me the purse. You can do as you like with the ring.
Here you are.
Good luck, no matter what you plan on doing with those monks. Best be on your way now before Manfred finds out that he's been robbed.
And what are you gonna do?
Get my things together and disappear. I want to be as far away as possible before that old man even knows I'm gone. Take care.
Imagine me knock him out and put him in bed next to him. That would be funny. Alright, let's put away our things since we need to. Inventory, weapons. Move all. Move all. Move all. Move all. Alright. Over. Give me some lockpicks back. Give me some lockpicks. And it should do. Right. I think we can keep all these in our inventory. Wait, can these not go in here anyway? We can't. Okay. So then we're gonna have to put the others inside. We'll have to find them inside, which is fine. We should be able to find out a way. Save game. New save. Here it is. Here it is. Let me do it. Let me just check the map. I know he has a quest for me. I'm not too bothered about that right now. I don't really care about that. Nothing new over there. Nothing new there. Nothing new up there. I don't really care about that right now. Nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. Yep, alright. Let's go and head into the monastery then. It is time. What's our nourishment at? Everything looks good to me. These are naked stats, look at it. It's beautiful. No. Oh wait, hold on. What about Groshen? Yeah, Groshen's in the stash too. Come on, horse. Where's this guy? Where is he? Looked like he was right here, right? Or was he on the other side? Did we go right past him? Ah, that's him right there. So we'll put the horse right here. And then we will put some lockpicks on the horse. And, oh, let me save. And then I'll put some lockpicks in here. Right, perfect. Right, save. Yo, Brother Porter, I'm ready.
I'm Carl. I'm supposed to enter as a novice.
We expected you sooner. Weren't you supposed to come here with your guardian? It's been so hectic lately, people will keep turning up out of the blue.
He gave me the papers and left me at the gate. You must be used to that, though. I'm not the first novice here, am I?
But that wasn't very considerate of him, was it?
No,
It's been
it's
so
very
hectic
mean
here
of him.
lately, novices arriving one after the other. The last one didn't even have a letter, and you'd think his backside was on fire.
What the hell did he get here?
Looking over his shoulder.
You took him without the letter? You didn't find that suspicious?
My guess is he wanted to hide from someone. But he's a priest and knows how things work in the monastery. So there was nothing to prevent him from being accepted, at least temporarily. You're a different case, though. Are you able to read?
Naturally. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of St. Benedict and renounce forever the temptations of this world?
I am.
Then you must rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy or donate them to the monastery. You may not enter this place burdened by worldly goods. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monk's robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while I go and see the prior to arrange matters for your acceptance. Take care now.
Very well. Where is this? This is likely going to be where the quest items get put into that we have in our inventory.
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realise how much I'd grown used to it.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
Nope, I won't. Fuck.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict.
Maybe. Maybe
Opus
not.
Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own.
No thanks. I'm busy. I have to kill someone.
Me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum et vivam. Et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum in loquium tuum vivam.
You missed the S, I think.
Et et non confundas me ab expectatione me
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor.
That's great.
Welcome, brother.
Oh, you know, become a monk.
Welcome,
You did
brother.
it, Jazz.
I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Thanks for prompting me during the rite.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice? Or did someone force you to come?
Easiest path to
It
education.
was my choice. For a common lad like me, it's the easiest way to get an education and do something worthwhile with my life.
It looks like we're both here for the same reason. I think we'll get along.
Right.
Could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a poor merchant. I like books and I want an education. Although I must say, so far the monastic life's been quite unexpected.
Just started, what are you on about? Unless they've been here a little bit longer than we have. That entire ceremony was just for us. Maybe.
Let's go then.
Good. But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your regular duties from tomorrow onwards. Make sure to read it this evening, so you know how things work. Right, we can go now. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go. Remember one word: discipline. It's your job to work and pray. You serve the Lord now, not your own bodily needs.
Will you wait if I stop? Gimme. And just like that, chat, we can now get whatever we want. Okay, that's still there. It's pretty good. Ulrich's documents, what is this?
Way to the dormitory, where we all sleep. You'll find a...
What is the one he just gave us? Must be this, right? Alright, well shit, man.
Do you know the first thing the monastery taught me? To appreciate sleep. We rise before dawn every day. Takes a bit of getting used to.
God be with you.
Is that right?
This is the garden, a place for silent contemplation and meditation. Centuries ago, this monastery was founded by the most esteemed of brothers, Saint Procopius. His earthly remains can be found in a cave under the monastery, and his spirit wanders the corridors at night, punishing any misbehaving novices.
Sure, buddy.
So beware.
Can we grab from our horse? No. Maybe we're not close enough, or maybe it's moved
Here
it.
are the
No.
frattery and scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora et labora. Pray and work.
As a novice, you must always listen to your superior brethren, and above us monks are the prior and the circators, who punish every infraction. You'll know them by the canes they carry. Do what they say.
No.
This is the refectory, where we come together to eat. During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the Rule of Saint Benedict.
The rule is the only law we recognize, with the exception of those from God himself. If you break any of its precepts, expect a swift punishment. But I've already told you about the circuitors.
What's all this then, eh?
The library, the pride of our monastery, a trove of learning. We don't just read books here. we also copy them. You, too, will learn how. And that's all. Today you are still free from duty, but tomorrow you begin work like the others. If you need anything, ask any of the brothers. We will be glad to help you. And I recommend you get to know the other novices. You already know me. Then there is Siskin, Yodok, and Lucas.
Thanks for showing me around. There's a lot to learn here.
Let's just tell him. Why not? What's the worst that can happen?
I need to make a confession.
I'm no priest, but tell me what you've done. It's probably nothing to worry about.
I'm here in the monastery looking for a thief. He had a hand in burning down the Neuhof stud.
You don't say. And who are you to take such an interest?
Someone whose job it is to investigate the case, find the perpetrators, and make sure they get the punishment they deserve.
Punishment? Do you intend to punish them here, in the monastery?
I don't know yet. I'm still just on their trail. Perhaps you could help me find him?
The missing thief? If I knew anything, I'd tell you, but I suppose it must be one of the novices. I've only recently heard about the Neuhof incident, and all the other brethren have been here much longer than that.
I know. Aside from me, there are only 4 novices, but still I don't know which one he could be.
3? Please, leave me out of it. And you're right that it could be any one of them. No one knows anything about Lucas. Siskin might be a lot of things, but a monk isn't one of them. And Yodok is a slimy worm. It wouldn't surprise me if he was behind that massacre. Actually, the more I think about it, the less I like that Yodok. He's a treacherous rat who'd do anything to get in someone's good books. The thought of Yodok at Neuhof sends chills up my spine.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe you're right. It's not a pretty thought. Thanks for your help, and please don't say a word to anyone.
Don't fret, my friend. Your secrets are locked inside my lips.
Well, I would be a lot more happy about it if secrets didn't exist inside your lips at all. And you gotta be terrible to fumble that badly, man. Like, come on. Where's this? Did we not save at all?
Remember one word.
Okay.
Discipline.
Oh, I'll cut till we get there.
It's your job to...
Right, we're back here. I'm not gonna tell him again.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's not much to tell. I lived in Vlashim, and after my father died, I found out I wasn't much of a merchant. So I left the shop to my brother and decided to become a monk. It's peaceful here. There's food and lots of time to read.
So you chose to come here?
It may seem strange, but I'm one of the few novices that did. I might be the only one. The truth is, the idea of spending my life in a monastery was more appealing than being cooped up in a greasy old shop.
It occurs to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks? You surprise me, brother. And you, a nobleman's son. But you could ask Brother Solarius. They say he used to be a thief.
Interesting.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Who's in charge of things around here?
Truthfully, everyone except us. But officially, Abbot Peter. And soon enough, someone else. As if it mattered. Our life will still be work and prayer.
I see. Are there any rifts between the brothers?
Yes. From the moment talk began about electing a new abbot, it's been like a hornet's nest here. Strange you haven't noticed.
I just got here.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
Abbot Peter is old. When he dies, they'll have to select a new abbot from amongst the brethren. The candidates are John and Nevlas. And if you ask me for my opinion, Nevlas is definitely the right man. Unfortunately, no one cares about my opinion because novices get no say.
See.
Tell me something about life here.
Work, prayer, as if you didn't know. We serve God, and that's the central truth of our lives.
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Someone takes care of the library, someone else the garden. The abbot supervises everyone, and in his absence, the prior. But it's the circators you should worry about. They're the brothers who'll make sure we observe the rule. They can be quite strict, So if you want to avoid getting punished, always act righteously and do your duties honestly.
Okay.
Who's in charge?
Truthfully,
Are there already candidates to be the new abbot?
brothers John and Nevelas, but the others have been fighting like dogs because of them. We don't have to fight about anything, though.
This John, who is he?
A circator, and really just an unpleasant old man. It's mostly the older brothers on his side, because they believe he'll protect the status quo and all the benefits that come with long service here.
See.
Tell me something about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He's what they call the provost. He'd like to bring back solemnity to the monastery through reform and by returning to pure faith. A lovely idea, but most of the monks are against it.
Why can't novices vote?
They say we don't have enough experience to decide about anything. Don't worry, we'll get our chance.
Why is who wins so
A
important?
lot of politicking going
We're
on
young
here.
and we'll spend the rest of our lives here. And the abbot decides everything about our lives. Didn't it ever occur to you how powerful he is?
Who would you choose as the new abbot if you could?
Why should I even think about that when I don't have the right to vote? Gregor, don't go poking
Didn't
your
you
nose
just
into
say you
other
do
people's
want them
business.
earlier?
You'll sleep better at night.
Dominic.
Praise be.
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book.
I've no idea. Why don't you ask Brother Librarian?
That's convenient.
I'd like to ask you... Well, that's all.
I think that's all he has for us. But really, you're just gonna run off like that?
Talk to me, brother.
Okay, that's nothing. Let's save. See if anyone's up here.
Talk to me, brother.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. But I've no time for idle chat. I transcribe books from dawn till dusk. I've been doing it for years and I'll be doing it till the day I die.
What, you do nothing else?
It is my penance and my blessing. And now, brother, if you don't mind, I'd like to get this page finished.
Except I do mind.
What would you like?
I'd like to ask about something.
Can't you see I'm working? What do you do?
Alright. Alright, I see how it is. What have you got? Ah. I see. That's the book we got from the quest.
The forbidden books must be in that cabinet.
Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about them.
Oh well. What's in here? I mean, I know what's in there, but... Oh well. You have no need to be there. We should store all the quest items in there anyway. Waste of time, truth be told, to go in there. Alright. Oh, we could just leave. But we won't be doing that. We're looking for people. We're looking for people. So we can, oh. You're one such
My name's
person.
Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although it's not important. Welcome to Purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough. Soon enough.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Interesting.
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka of Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me while he's still alive?
They must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my siblings, arguing with the abbot to give it back.
And you stashed away the remainder?
Indeed so.
What will you do next?
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
Alright, well, so be it. You have fun with that.
Please, keep it to yourself. Especially the part about the coin.
Will you tell me something about you?
Look, nothing against you.
Okay.
Very well.
Thank you.
I'm still curious about this treasure.
It's no big, terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times, I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
I'll leave you be. Don't worry, I won't follow you again.
Thank you. And please, Gregor, don't mention it to anyone.
How is it that you don't get any penance for missing morning prayers?
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face there from time to time. No one's too awake at that time of the morning.
Alright.
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices. Tell me about Antonius.
Oh, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a calm soul, he's easy to talk to, and you can always rely on him.
There's going to be a lot of dialogue and
That's all.
chat, I can tell.
Who would you elect, Abbot, if you could?
Most likely Nevlas. He's a fine fellow and he seems honest. But, truth be told, it doesn't matter much to me. A monastery will still be a monastery, no matter who's in charge. If you really want to talk more about it, ask Antonius. He seems to have taken an interest. Praise be to...
Alright, that's that done. Who are you? Random ass monk?
What do you desire?
I'd like to ask...
Holy shit.
Who's in charge of things around here?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always traveling, and on top of that, he's old and infirm. Perhaps the good Lord will bless him with many more years of life.
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Then we elect a new one.
Are there any candidates to be the new abbot?
Yes, there are. Brothers John and Neverless. Cursed elections. Since the brothers began talking about them, there's only been strife in the monastery. On one side are brothers who'd like to see John as abbot, on the other those who support Neverless. And they seem to be capable of fighting about it forever.
Holy shit, there's a
Tell me
lot.
about John.
John is a Circator, and the oldest brother here. It would be only natural if he took the crozier from Peter. He has experience, merit, and composure. He'd lead the monastery wisely.
I'd like to know about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He doesn't have the most experience, but his drive and heart are pure, his faith firm, and his ideas rational.
Although perhaps he's too keen to change our routines here, which many brothers don't like.
Why does it matter so much who wins?
Because the future direction of the monastery hangs in the balance. The younger brothers feel they have to work more than their superior brothers, and that some brothers are more concerned with their own comfort than with worshipping God. The older brothers take a different view. They say the younger monks want privileges they haven't earned, and each side has its own candidate.
I thought politics weren't part of the monastic way of life.
You're right, but we know nothing besides the monastery, and the abbot's decisions can influence our entire life. Some of the brothers take it very personally.
Holy shit.
Who's in charge?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see...
And what happens when
Then we elect...
Are there ever any disagreements between the brothers?
Unfortunately, yes. The biggest quarrels right now are about the election of the new abbot. They can already see poor Peter in his grave.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
The old abbot is practically on his deathbed. There are two candidates. Half the monastery wants John, the other half Nevelas, and there's no chance they'll come to an agreement. But you've probably already noticed the atmosphere around here.
I suppose so.
Are there ever any... I understand. Tell me something about life here.
Prayer, work, obedience. That just about sums it up.
See.
Can you tell me something about the rule of St. Benedict?
7 centuries ago, St. Benedict of Nursia wrote a collection of monastic rules which we still follow today. They're read at every meal. The fundamental precepts are obedience, work, and prayer. We're fully devoted to serving God. The outside world beyond the monastery walls is foreign to us.
Do you never want to know what's going on out there?
And what should be going on? The sky is just as blue and the grass is just as green. Perhaps the rulers change, but the greatest ruler of them all will remain unchanged through the ages.
Sure, buddy.
I'm interested in the monastery's history.
It was founded by St. Procopius 500 years ago. After his death, heretics occupied the place for some time, but then the order was restored and brothers of the true faith returned.
Heretics, you say?
They wanted to worship God with some foreign rituals in a language foreign to God. They were driven away, and their books burned.
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Well, the abbot is the head, but he's not here now. Then there's the prior, and the sub-prior, the librarian, the porter, and many others. As a novice, you should be particularly mindful of the circators. They're the ones who maintain discipline and punish bad behavior.
What can you tell me about the novices here?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows and become a fully fledged brother.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yodok is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager, perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hard-working and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse and no one knows much about him. And then we have you, about who I know nothing.
All right.
Can you leave the monastery?
Where would you go? You have everything you need here. Anyway, all the doors here are closed and locked tight, so no one can get in or out.
I can.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
What kind of question is that? John, of course. Nevelas isn't the kind of candidate you can take seriously.
Who would you like? Who would you...
What kind of question?
Who would...
Brother...
Who would you like?
Brother John, obviously.
Who would you...
Brother John.
Who would... Who would... Who would... Who would... Who would... Who would... Who would...
There we go. We got all the variations of it. Alright, well that taken care of. We can, you know, how's the library up there? Another sis can be talked to. No one in here. Ah, hold on. While we're here, let me find something. Alright, I know what I'm looking for is. I'm gonna go get it while we're here. Before I forget. Yoink. Mind if I do? Don't mind if I do.
Gregor, I'd like...
Okay, that's good. So we need to talk to named people now. If they're not named, they're not important to us. Novice Jodoc, are you named? Yeah, but you're a librarian.
Greetings, brother. I'm Gregor, and I'm new here.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Trouble?
You're right. It's stunk.
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the older monks. You never know when it might come in handy.
I'm interested in the other novices.
God be with you.
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Oh, he's always got a smile on the new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. He spends more time dreaming of the world outside than tending to his duties. I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If it was up to me, he'd be out on his ear right away.
Sounds like you don't have much time for him.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Believe me, Gregor, he's hiding something from us. In fact, now I come to think of it, I haven't seen him at morning prayers for a while.
What can you... Do you know anything about...
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is all right. You can rely on him. He won't betray a confidence. He's always happy to help, which is more than can be said for the other brothers.
I've read the abbot's book. It says in there that you're not as saintly as you make out. Actually, it seems like you're as lecherous as a boring rut.
You broke into the abbot's quarters to spy on me? You won't get away with it.
I wasn't interested in your opinion about what I did. What interests me is you and what the book has to say about you.
I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to report you.
God be with you.
Just try it, and I'll smack you so hard your feet won't touch the ground.
No, don't hit me. I won't say anything to anyone, I promise.
Can you tell me something about yourself?
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. I'm just the
Having a little
ordinary
dance
son
back
of a
there.
landowner, now a monk. There's nothing in my past, present, or future that anyone could find interesting.
What if you slaughtered a
Because it was better
Neuhoff?
than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's estate, but he was kind enough to sell off some cattle and send me here. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than mucking out manure.
Who would you vote for as the new abbot if you could?
Why do you care? We don't have the right to vote, so we shouldn't get mixed up in it.
I'm just interested, that's all.
I like John better. But like I've said, it's not our place to get involved. It's enough that Antonius is mixed up in it. Don't you start too.
There's Jodoc, there's Siskin, and there's Antonius.
Praise be.
Save.
Peace be with you. Praise be to...
I found this piece of part...
It appears to be a page torn out of Ovid.
Ovid? What is that? Is it the name of a book?
Not what, but who? Ovid was a great Roman poet. We have a few volumes by him in the library, but one of them vanished one day. Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If a book had any mention of woman at all, he condemned it as a heretical work. If he'd had his way, all such books would have been burned. Ovid's The Art of Love must have been such a thorn in his side that he stole it from the library, tore it up, and hid the pages wherever he could.
Oh, would you like me to put the book back together again?
Absolutely. Eustace's wits weren't the sharpest, so I'm sure he didn't destroy any of the pages. I imagine he hid them throughout the monastery. It might take you a while to find them all, but when you do, you can rest assured Ovid will return to his rightful place in the library.
In my inventory.
Good. I'll look around for it.
Thank you, brother. It's of no great importance, but if you can find all 10 pages, I'll be most grateful.
Can you tell me something about the book?
The Art of Love is a sort of manual instructing young people how to find and maintain love. It's a lovely work. I don't understand what bothered Eustace so much about it, but as I was saying, he considered the book to be immoral and tore it up to stop it corrupting any of his brothers.
Okay.
Where should I look?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The pages of the book could be hidden anywhere, from the garden to the refectory.
Luckily, we already broke in and stole all the pages.
Is it possible to learn something about the other novels?
Only the abbot and the prior keep such records.
And can I see them?
No.
No. The abbot writes and keeps his records in his chambers, and only he and the prior are permitted to read them.
I already read them.
I have all the pages of the torn up book. The Art of Love can go back to the library.
Oh, brother, you can't even imagine how happy you've made me. Since you're clearly a true lover of books, I'll give you a reward I've never given another novice. I'll lend you the key to the cabinet containing forbidden books, and you can look at the peculiar things we've accumulated there. That cabinet's strictly off limits to novices, but you've earned my trust. I'm sure you'll recognize that those books contain nothing but dangerous gibberish, and there's a valuable lesson to be learned there.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate your trust.
Oh, nice, we got a level up and drinking for no reason.
Is there anything I can do to help here?
I'm glad you asked. There's one thing, a silly thing really. I haven't thought to mention it to anyone before, but not long ago, a brother brought me a crumpled piece of parchment. He says he found it rolled up in a hole in the wall. The thing is, it was a page from Ovid.
Ovid? What is that? Is it the name of a book?
Not what, but who? Ovid was a great Roman poet. We have a few volumes by him in the library, but one of them vanished one day. Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If a book had any mention of woman at all,
yeah, we've already done the quest.
All such books would have been burned.
Yep. Already done the quest, little bro. You already done the quest.
What trouble?
Alright. Who are you? I've already spoken to you. I didn't speak to you, you're not named, you're not named. Already spoke to you. You're not named. You are though.
I'm Gregor and I'm new here.
I know. I saw you in the church during the ceremony. I have a feeling we'll be meeting again soon, and often. You see, I'm a circator.
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work, and that everything is the way it should be.
When it's not the way it should be?
Then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you won't require correction, will you, brother?
No, of course not.
About you and the election, will you tell me more about it?
Ask me anything you want.
Tell me something about Nevlas.
Nevlas is weak and toothless. He's full of hot hair. How anyone could think he'd make a good abbot is beyond me. Enough. I don't even want to hear his name again.
I'd like to know what's going on here.
Well, the young brothers feel they don't have the same rights and responsibilities as we, who have spent much of our lives here. And what of it? Privilege needs to be earned. Nevlas is lying when he says he wants to right wrongs. All he cares about are benefits for himself and his cronies.
Maybe.
I'd like to help you if I can.
There is something you could do. I'm convinced Nevlas must have done something that would greatly damage him if everyone found out. If he was preaching water and drinking wine, for example.
So I should dig something up on him and tell you about it?
Exactly. But I doubt you'll have any luck. Nevlas is too cunning and careful to give anything away.
Once I find something out, I'll tell you. I'd like to help.
He who aids a sinner sins himself. I shall pray for your soul, brother.
I'd like...
I'm...
So...
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but...
He who aids a sinner...
Thank you for... About you and...
Ask me...
Thank you for... What did you want?
Dig up some dirt on Nevlus and tell me...
Right, bet. That's all the dialogue for him done then. We gotta find the other novices. Wait, what? Novice Lucas? How did I just almost pass over you?
I'm Gregor, a novice. I saw you at the ceremony.
I know. It was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Like, there was one more, right?
Also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you. I'm happiest alone.
Sure, buddy. I've had you like the company of men.
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but ask away.
I will.
Can you tell me about Siskin?
Not a lot. I don't know him. Actually, I don't know much about him at all, except that he's not a stickler for rules.
Okay.
You really don't know anything about anyone? Well, thanks anyway.
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. I just haven't felt like getting to know anyone yet.
I'd like to know... What can you tell me?
Not a lot. I don't know...
Do you know anything?
I don't. He doesn't like me, and he's on very friendly terms with the Circators. That's about it.
Man, you don't know much, do you?
Tell me about Antonio.
I'd like to, but there's nothing to tell. I've never spoken to him, and I've never asked about him.
This guy seems
Are
shifty.
you joking?
Why should I?
I'd have thought you might want to know who you'll be spending the rest of your life with. I definitely do. In fact, I probably already know more about them than you do.
Don't get upset. I'm sorry.
I'd like to know... Will you tell me something about...
There's nothing I can tell you.
Because you were busy at Neuhoff Farms recently?
That sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
I think it's him.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer, not on who I once was. I never will be again. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took our oath. Never forget that.
I've heard that you, well, that you enjoy the company of men. Is there any truth to it?
What? How do you know that?
I read it in the abbot's book.
What? The abbot's book is locked up in his chambers, and he'd never allow anyone to read it. Did you break in? But why? Just so you could dig something up on me?
I was looking for something else, but I just happened to come across your... story.
No matter what you were looking for, you crossed a line that shouldn't be crossed. But don't worry, I won't tell on you if you promise me the same.
Of course.
You can call me a sodomite, a sinner, a monster, the spawn of Satan. But tell me this, Gregor. Can I help the way I am? I tell you, it's a test of my faith. A test so daunting you can't even imagine it.
You're right. I found it interesting, but I'm not judging you. You are the way you are. You should be true to yourself.
I'm glad you aren't like the others. Thank you for not passing judgment. I swear to God, I've never lain with another man. I've never
just shout it
sinned.
so everyone can hear you.
My father wanted me to find a wife and start a family. I told him the truth, and he had me sent here. And in a way, I was glad. My guilt had been consuming me, and I knew in the monastery I'd find peace. The Lord sees my soul, and he knows it's pure.
Will you tell me?
There's nothing I can tell you.
I mean, where
Maybe
you're
it's
from,
not him
what
then.
sort of life you had before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
Come on.
What?
If you could, who would you vote for to be the abbot?
But I can't vote, so what's the point of worry? Ask Antonius. He often talks about it, and I'm sure he has an opinion.
Alright, well, we'll come back to you another time then. Sort of a dialogue I wanted to speak to you about. Alright, who's out here? Maybe you can find Circuit and Neverless. I just spoke to you, right?
Praise be.
I'm interested in.
What could interest you about him? He's a no-good rat. He'll turn you in for the price of a turnip. I'd bet my life that if he wasn't here, he'd be a cumin scout, bowing and scraping for a few groschen.
That doesn't sound too flattering.
It wasn't meant to. No matter what you do here, watch out for him. He's got his eye on everyone, and he'll rat on you for even the slightest of infractions.
I see.
What can you tell me about
It's an
Lucas?
experience that when we
It's a
have to
tricky
intimidate him.
situation with Lucas. No one really knows anything about him. I've tried so many times to talk to him, but he always backs away like a virgin on a wedding night.
That's all.
Alright, oh. We already spoke with you. Monk.
No, why's that? There was only a handful of bandits there.
A handful? There was dozens of them. And foreign heathens, too.
Is that right?
There was a great, big battle. Them fuckers filled the whole of Pribyslavitz. The Tarnberg garrison had to get reinforcements to beat them.
How would you know
wounded
that?
lying at Tarnberg now, and plenty new graves in Ujits, but they cleared that wasp's nest good and proper.
If you say so. But I still reckon we haven't seen the last of it.
How would
That
you know
Sigismund
about
is
that?
still on the
Because
rampage, attacking the nobles one by one across the land. And brigands are like weeds. Burn them down and they just sprout up somewhere else. That's not the half of it.
I need to piss. I'll be right back.
There'll be
Back.
no peace as long as Sigismund goes on ransacking Bohemia, sure as the sun circles the earth.
You know how to lift a fellow's spirits?
Right. Who's Stibor? Who is sick to Stibor?
What is it, brother?
Who are you? No one. Alright. With a Neverless, I've been looking for
I'm
you.
Gregor, a novice.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Neverless, and I'm the provost here. I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well as handling trade with the outside world.
That means you get to leave the monastery?
No, not at all. I just write lists and send them out.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the provost of this monastery. It's my job to ensure the monks live a humble life and that any surpluses go to the poor. But in reality, I spend all my time making sure my brother's gluttony and the construction of a new church don't swallow up the few resources we have left.
I see.
I'm interested in the election of the new abbot.
You're not alone. Everyone's so worked up about that they spent no time considering how they could make the monastery a better place now.
Why? What's wrong with it now?
Many brothers think more about their stomachs than prayer. The older brethren bend the rules of the order to make them fit their interests. So, to balance the scales, they want the novices to lead exemplary lives. Sin abounds here, just as in the outside world.
Makes sense.
What sins are you talking about?
The scripture says, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." I'm sorry, Gregor, it's not my place to speak about the sins of others.
Tell me something about how the new abbot will be elected.
A new abbot has to be elected once the old one dies. All the brethren can vote, with the exception of novices. The abbot's crozier will be conferred on whoever is chosen, and he'll take the vow. When he becomes abbot, a monk spends most of his time dealing with politics outside the monastery, instead of actually leading the monastery. But he still maintains a fundamental influence on life here.
Can you tell me about Abbot Peter?
Peter's wise in the ways of politics and a good shepherd, but as you've already heard, he's old and infirm. The other brothers see him with one foot in the grave, but I still have hope for him. But you, brother, don't let yourself get involved in the games of your superiors. Could you help me with something?
With what?
I'm interested in medicine, and I know there's a cure for the abbot's ailment. With your help, I could find out the details, and together you and I could give old Peter a few more years to do good. What do you say?
What do you need?
What do you need me for?
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, a few rules will need to be broken. Now you know most of the brothers believe every illness is a message from God, and that it's not our place to deny his will. I, however, think if God sent us not just illnesses, but also the medicine to cure them, then it's our duty to relieve people of their suffering. The cure for Abbot Peter's illness could be contained in one of the books in our library, but it will certainly be amongst the Libri
We already have it.
Prohibiti, the forbidden books, those we aren't permitted to read.
I already have it.
Why are they forbidden?
Because they contain occult and demonic practices, witchcraft and all manner of evil. Or so some people claim. It's nonsense, of course. This is nothing but a book of medicine, albeit one written by a pagan. Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, is universally acknowledged to be a wise man. But here, at some point, someone decided his book is the work of a Saracen devil and must be kept under lock and key. Since then, no one can even talk about the book. But the three wise men were from the East, were they not?
Where can I find it?
In the library, there's a large cabinet with a lock on it. The forbidden books are inside. You'll easily recognize what you're looking for. The cover has not only a Latin inscription, but also Saracen letters. Bring it to me, but leave the other books there. No one will notice if one book disappears, but if more were to vanish, someone would certainly begin to look into it, which is exactly what we don't want.
I stole every book in there that we could pick up.
Is there anything you can tell me that would help?
Oops.
There's a key to the cabinet in the prior's chambers. The librarian should have another one, or you can acquire some lockpicks. But I can't tell you where or how. Perhaps Brother Celerius could help.
Why can't you do it yourself?
Because I'm one of the highest-ranking monks here, and one day I'd like to become abbot. Can you imagine me crawling around in the black of night searching for a forbidden book?
You could just ask for it.
Do you honestly think I haven't tried? Unfortunately, Librarian Cyril is a stubborn ass.
I'm ready.
One more important thing. There's always someone in the library during the day. To pass unwatched, you'll need to go at night. It's locked, but I'm sure you'll manage to get in. They say Brother Celerius understands locks, but don't tell him why you need it. Once you have the book, bring it to me, and I'll then use it to make Peter's medicine. We'll soon have the election of the abbot over and done with.
Is there any way I could help you get elected? Somehow tip the scales in your favour?
What would you like to do? Climb up the tower and shout, "Vote for Neverless, vote for Neverless"?
Not exactly. You do have an opponent, John.
John isn't my opponent, he's my brother. Just like you and everyone else here. We're all brothers in Christ. But there is something you could help me with. You must know there's a great deal of iniquity here in the monastery. I'd be interested to hear of anything I don't know about.
Should I find out for you what's going on around here?
Let me make this clear. I want to base my candidacy on putting things in order. But if I don't know exactly what's wrong, then my promises are just empty slogans.
Very good then. I'll find out what I can.
Thank you, brother.
What do you want me to find out?
I'd be interested to hear about any iniquity.
Okay.
Is there any way I could help you?
What would you like?
Not
John, but
that doesn't sound like
pity.
What do you want me?
I'd be interested.
Hold on.
Ah, this looks like the Saracen language. Ibn al-Hassan. That's who I'm looking for. Avicenna.
All that. Okay.
What trouble?
Here's the book.
I'm interested in...
You're not alone. Everyone's...
Why? What's wrong?
Many brothers...
I'd be interested to know more about Brother John.
I don't like to speak ill of people, but Circuitor John is the worst person the monks could pick to represent them. He's nothing but an old schemer and pedant who preaches water but drinks wine. He's won the older brethren over because they know he won't call an end to their debauchery.
Why do you want to become abbot?
Because when I see the way things are headed around here, I have no other option. Itinerant preachers speak of the corrupted black heart of the church, and I can't deny there's truth in what they say. I'd like to change things and bring back meaning and esteem to the monastery.
That's all. Thank you.
Peace be with you, brother.
I have your book. My guy, I have your book.
Talk to me.
Here's the book you wanted.
Amazing. This really is it. Now I can use it to prepare a cure for our suffering abbot. Then I'll leave it in the library to make it seem as if Brother Librarian left it lying about. There'll be no investigation. It would be against his best interests, as he'll look like the one who wasn't taking proper care of the books. It will drive him mad. I didn't leave that book out, or did I? Is there anything I can do for you in return?
I'd be interested in finding out the background of the other novices.
That's a strange wish you have. And the only ones who know everything about the novices are the abbot and the prior. They keep a record of every monk in the abbot's book, but you'll never get your hands on it. It's locked up in the prior's study.
Thanks. You've helped me immensely.
No, thank you. About that book, don't even think about breaking in to get it.
No, of course not.
I'm interested in the...
You're not...
Why? What's wrong?
Many...
That's...
Peace be with you. What would you...
Right, that's that done. Who are you? Who knows? What is this? Oh. Corridor. That's outside. I've had plenty of lockpicks now. They all went to bed. I think they have, haven't they? Yeah. That's fine. We found plenty of progress. Is these just that's the stairs for the library? Where were the cellar stairs? Damn, I can hear the moat being a nuisance. Monk. Fuck. They're not really what I wanted to see. Oh, here's the cellar. Completely forgotten where it was, the stairs.
Don't worry. Those youngsters will...
Oh.
You've seen us drinking here. So either join in or swear you won't tell a soul. You won't want to end up like Lucas now, would you?
What?
All right. I wouldn't mind some wine.
That's more like it. Sit down and have a drink, my lad.
Go on and stiller. See, I'm gonna make a new save.
Praise be to Christ.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like? Drinking?
But we're all monks.
Come on,
So
Henry.
when you're as old as I, you'll understand.
Why not? I've had enough opprobria and obedientia for one day.
That's what we like to hear.
About you and...
Ask me in
Thank you for...
Right, sit.
Down the hatch.
every gulp a treat. Isn't that the
What do you
truth?
guys want?
No
Eh?
wonder. With our throats going dry all day.
Next time we'll get the Yorick to bring some Rhine wine. I'm losing my taste for this one.
Why doesn't Yorick drink with us anyway?
He's young, and he wants to look good in front of the others. And he doesn't trust us to keep him safe from harm if he got too drunk to make it to prayer.
You mean like your good self last Christmas Day? The way you drowned out the prior's voice by snoring through the Agnus Dei?
Don't remind me.
Okay.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
What's Jodok got to do with you?
You mentioned Yodok. What does he do for you?
Nothing much. He's just a little suckling like you. He'll do whatever it takes to stay on our good side. Sometimes we make use of him when there are errands to run.
Where'd you get the wine from? I thought the monastery cellars were guarded.
So they are, but this wine isn't from the monastery. Listen, lad, would you help us out with something? This cask is almost empty, and we need a new one. We're a bit old for such exertions. But you, on the other hand...
I'll help you. What do I need to do?
Ha! I knew it. Help Novice Jodok arrange for a new cask. Talk to him first thing in the morning, and by tomorrow night the cask can be on the table.
All right, I'll talk to him. Let's drink.
That's the idea. And what should we drink to?
How about to the abbot?
To the abbot it is. But wait a minute, lad. Which one?
To Abbot John.
That's more like it.
I'll be going.
I'll be going, brothers. It's been good to sit with you a while.
Do us a favor, brother. Stay a little longer and have another drink with us. Here, some wine for you.
Alright.
Oh, alright. But that's the last cup. I'll be going, brothers.
Do us a favor.
Thanks, but I won't have any more. I need my sleep.
As you wish, brother, as you wish. We'll be heading off soon ourselves. I'll say one thing, brother. This wine would grace the Pope's table.
I'm not so sure. It's a bit sour. God knows what's in it.
Don't be absurd. It's a first-class cask, direct from Znojmo.
No, I know the taste of a good vintage, and this isn't it. I bet you that wretch Yorick got the casks mixed up.
Nonsense, it's perfectly drinkable.
No, it isn't. It's sour. No matter. We'll get more soon, so good health.
Good health.
We'll have to take that Yorick to task about where he got this wine and tell him next time he'd better get proper Znojmo.
That's so.
And what is it?
About you and the...
Ask me.
Thank you for...
That's everything from you.
What trouble?
Alright, that's good enough for me. Certainly help them out. New save again. Gotta be careful about these things. Oh. That's crazy that we can just leave right there. I wonder what he's got in here. I wonder if these are good books or not. They are not. Oh, never mind. Close. I think he's about to see me. No. Nothing worthwhile. I shall make a move then. Move on and get out of here. No matter. You're neglecting your daily schedule. Well, the circuitous, I suppose. At the bedtime. We've done that. I'm just going to do a one saver. Make sure everything down here is finished. Yeah, that's open. Finished. Librarian's obviously done. Nothing to do in there. Nothing to do in there. Alright, let's head up to bed then. Alright, this is where it wants us to be. Monk. Siskin.
No. Clear off. Let me sleep.
See what books he has. Might be useful. Nope. Alright, there's nothing of use to us. Monk, monk. 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 Druidach. Oh shit, he almost saw us right off the bat. It's pretty crazy how he almost saw us right there. Like straight away. Anything interesting? Nope. Alright, well shit, man. Monk. With a Neverless.
Oh, leave me be. I want to sleep.
There should be enough time. These are probably trash too, but even so, I'll take a little look what we got here. Yeah, nothing. Let's see, who else is there? Brother Librarian. Let's have a little look what you've got in your pockets then, eh? Yeah, I probably already have.
What do we have here? A nice sharp dagger. Now what would a monk need that for?
I don't know, but it's mine now. Isn't that great? Isn't that great indeed? It's my bed. Nothing in there. Monk. Hilarious. What have you got? Books. We're only gonna do this to named characters. The monks we're just gonna ignore. Lucas, have anything on you that might be interesting? Oh, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. These books probably aren't relevant to anything, but we shall see. Alright. Oh, looks loose. The Comic-Con. Worldly goods. Or it's just documents. I have no idea what that's about, but we read it. No Comic-Con. That's pretty good. Alright, well, looks like these aren't useful to us. We'll go ahead and get rid of them. That verifies whoever told that story. I can't remember who. Help. Who is it? Nasty Habits? Yodak, or whatever his name is. Alright. So it's looking like all signs are pointing to Antonius then. What am I meant to get up for? Right before. Can't remember. We'll find out. I almost went up to 9 like I usually do, which would have fucked me really bad right there. But luckily, I clutched in, I locked in, and I remembered. Monastery schedule. I can't read that, man. No light. Bro. Alright, whatever, man. I'll just wait another hour. And hopefully that will be enough. Hopefully. We'll see.
Huh?
Maybe I'll be able to read it here. 3 AM start of day, 4 AM morning prayer, 6 AM common meal. Go to bed. Still telling me to go to bed. Maybe 6 AM is when my thing starts. I don't know. I have no idea. Well, it looks like we're wrapping things up right, kind of nicely here. Neglecting your daily schedule. Bit of a church and prayer for mass. Not my fault. I think we just made it.
Can't you see?
But we can't.
Not now, bro.
Man.
Can't you see? Talk to me.
I'm interested.
Nobody knows much about Lucas. He keeps himself to...
Do you have any grounds for suspecting him of...
Quite a lot. And also none at all. The circuitous who make the rounds despise him, and they'd never punish anyone without cause.
I see.
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Oh, he's always got a smile on the new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. He spends more time dreaming of the world outside than tending to his duties. I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If he was up to...
Oh, I see. You've done this.
No, I don't.
I was talking last night with the brother Cicators. It seems you're to fetch them a cask of wine. Like last time.
Well... Yes. It's true.
I'd like to help you.
Would you really do it? To get hold of the wine, we'll have to leave the monastery for a bit. I know it's forbidden, but we've no other option. If wine started going missing here, someone would notice. But to leave the monastery, we need the keys. And only the prior has those.
Wait a moment. Are you saying I'm supposed to steal the prior's keys so I can go and steal wine somewhere else?
Well, you see why I don't want to do it myself now, do you? I don't have what it takes. I can't get those keys, but you could. Or you might be able to pick the locks.
But you've done it once before, haven't you?
Last time the prior was sick, and he left the monastery keys in the circator's care. So they unlocked the gates for me. This time we'll have to steal the keys.
How can I get hold of the keys, do you think?
I already have them.
I don't know, but it might be possible to do this without them. Brother Celerius, the cellar keeper, used to be a burglar. He knows his way around locks, and maybe could help us, if you could find a way to arrange it.
Do you think he'll want to take part in theft?
No, but he could give some advice, or maybe get some lockpicks to open the gate. You'll figure something out.
If you think so, I can try.
Once you have the key or some lockpicks, come and see me and we'll make our plan.
Let's say in this right in the middle of the hall.
About those keys.
In front of everyone.
Did you get them? Keys? Or at least lockpicks?
Yes, I have them.
In that case, come before midnight to the cloister garden. I'll be waiting for you there, and we'll head off.
Alright. Circa the Stibor, John, Novice Antonius.
What trouble?
I'd be interested to hear what you... What can you tell...
That there's no man alive less suitable for the monastic life than him.
You don't know young Lord Capon.
I've heard things. Siskin must have been like him. Fighting, drinking, fornicating. But then he ended up in here.
Why is he in the monastery?
Why is he in the monastery?
No one knows. Maybe he's hiding
I
from
thought we'd
something.
heard this dialogue before, but I just remembered. We talked to this guy first, so we wouldn't have.
Don't we all? But unlike the others, he absolutely refuses to speak about his life before the monastery.
That's all I wanted to know about him. Thanks. What about Yodok?
Be on good terms with him. If you show even the slightest hint you don't like him, he'll make your life hell. He's a slimy little pedant who'll rat you out to the superiors. Once he finishes his novitiate, I imagine he'll want to climb his way up the ladder to at least Circator. He's a man who enjoys ordering others around.
I'm interested in Lucas.
No one knows much about him. He doesn't talk to anyone. He works, eats, sleeps, then does it all again the next day. It's as if he wanted to get it all over with as soon as possible. By it, I mean his entire life.
That's all. Thanks.
In the night, I saw the brother Cicators drinking and playing dice.
And why aren't you spending your nights sleeping instead of creeping around spying on your brothers?
I only wanted to...
I know, brother, I know. But you need to understand that novices shouldn't be poking their noses into the affairs of elder brothers.
Too late.
Even if something inappropriate was going on?
Even then, I'm afraid. Who are you compared with them? Wait till you know what's what, and in the meantime, keep your head down and do what you're told. Life in a monastery is much like life outside in many ways. The monastery walls don't keep out human pride and hatred.
Really? I thought monks were above that sort of
Why would you think that, Henry?
They became monks, Gregor, but that didn't stop them being men. Be on your guard as much as you ever were outside. Lies, jealousy, vengeance. They can hurt you here as much as anywhere.
Thanks for the advice. Although I don't know if I can follow it.
That's up to you, brother.
We're not gonna confront him about the dagger just yet. We're not gonna do that because that might lead to end game, and I don't want to go to end game yet. Oh, we have free time. Yeah. Optional. Okay. The others. Alright. So, is any of these the person I want to speak? Ah! Just the person.
I'm in.
You're not alone.
Why? What's wrong?
Many brothers think more about this.
That's all.
Peace be.
Nevertheless.
Praise be.
I've discovered something about the wrongs being committed here.
Who's looking?
See? Tell me more.
Like, who's snitching on?
The Circators go into the cellar at night to drink wine.
I thought so. John always reeks of it. And he wants to be abbot. Hypocrite. Perhaps if you told the prior, that would clip John's wings.
Maybe.
That's all I know.
If you find out anything else, come to me. I'd be interested to hear it.
I'm gonna reload. We're gonna do all the quests first, and then we're gonna report everyone to him. And then we're gonna get Antonius out of here, and we're gonna leave these guys in the shit and fighting. Because, you know, why not? Funny. Alright, where would they all be? Where did they all go? I need to find them. Oh, in here, maybe?
In words to the intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds.
Nope.
The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called. And
What is it?
Nope. Who's the guy we stole from?
More is required. Let him make no
I don't think it was Lucas.
persons in the monastery. Let him not love one
In the
more
night,
than
I
another,
overheard the
unless it
Circators in
be
the cellar.
one whom he
They were
finds
talking
less
about
in
you.
good works
Oh,
or in
no.
obedience.
So it's still not
Let
over.
him not shut his
This isn't a
eyes
life
to
in
the
service
faults
of
of
God.
offenders,
This is purgatory.
Since he
Lucas,
has
what's
the
going on?
authority, let him cut out
What do you
those
think?
faults by the roots
Just like you,
as
I saw the
soon as
Circators
they
drinking
begin.
and playing hazard as if they were in a brothel.
Remembering the fate of Heli, the priest of silence.
You should have joined them.
Join them in their sinful pursuits. Yes, perhaps I should have. But I refuse to do it.
I warned them if they didn't stop, I'd go and tell the prior. But instead of mending their ways, they vented their anger on me.
You've picked the wrong people to make enemies of, Lucas, they told me. Now I can't even count how many days and nights I've spent locked up in solitary confinement for the tiniest offenses, or for no offense at all.
I help?
Is there something I can do to help?
Would you? I think all it might take is for you to go and sit down with them. Have a talk, set things straight, then they'd leave me alone. But I'm afraid even this path leads nowhere. They'd probably start hounding you as well.
Give it a go.
I'm not afraid of them.
Brother, you have the courage I lack. May the grace of God be upon you.
Yeah.
Will you tell me? I mean, where you're from?
I'm a novice.
For the obedience given to superiors is given to God.
Come on.
For if the
What has-
disciple obeys
Alright, we're good from that.
and murmurs,
We got another quest right there. Where's the last guy? Circuit the Stibber.
Praise be.
Stick up to Lucas. Not right now. Later when we got the casket of wine. It was hilarious.
What troubles?
I'm looking for something.
And
Yeah.
what?
Lockpicks. Get some wine.
I need to get some wine.
You're not the only one. But I have to keep records
Ah.
of all the casks, and the prior checks on them. He'd notice any lost trade.
Unfortunate.
Just like our food, everything's rationed. So I'm sorry, but I'll have to disappoint you, brother.
For lockpicks.
I'm looking for lockpicks.
Lockpicks? And what would you like those for?
To practice.
I'd like to practice opening locks, just for the fun of it.
Well, why not? So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows. But I do have a few lockpicks left. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks. Can't say fairer than that, can I?
And yet, here I am buying them for money. Right, what's in here now? Do that. Do that later. Right, we can do that later too. And then we pretty much already know who the Pius is. It's Antonius. We found the dagger.
In the middle of the night.
How marvelous! Did you join in? More importantly, can I join in next time?
Siskin? I thought it wasn't allowed.
If the cicadas can, we all can.
That's not how it works, though, is it?
I know. A double standard. The elder brothers can do as they please, but they're the ones preaching about morality to us.
Hmm.
Will you tell me?
Look, nothing against you.
Are you hiding something?
I'm hiding I hate... I was...
Okay.
What about the dagger?
That's a memento of better times. Father gave me that when I was a little lad. And it's done right by me more than once, when I got drunk somewhere with the wrong sort of people.
Do you know how to fight?
And how? Boozing and brawling. God, how I miss that here.
Tell me more about the book.
I found it here in the library. It was on a shelf where it should never have been. So I hid it to read later. It's the Necronomicon. Ghosts, demons, and invocations of powers beyond our world. Only it's written in a strange language that I can't really make sense of. All bara this and bara that. Who knows what it means? I tried to count the syllables, read the words backwards, but nothing. I'm not getting anywhere with it.
Oh, I'm not too sure what the prior or the cicada would say about a book like that. Actually, what anyone would say. It sounds quite prohibited.
Prejudice. But you're right, it is prohibited. For no good reason, though. Has knowledge ever done anybody any harm?
You're right.
You're right. Knowledge should never be prohibited.
Oh, I'm glad you agree. Just take a look at the book. Maybe you'll be able to make some sense of it. I haven't grasped a single syllable. Just please don't tell anyone about the book. If the brothers learn that I took it from the library and hid it, I'll be in a lot of trouble. Our brothers' minds are closed to a thirst for knowledge.
What kind of a book is it?
I found it here in the library.
Yeah, everybody has this.
Oh, I'm not...
Just...
There's a lot of coin in this.
I admit it might look that way. But if I tell you what... I hate to think of all I...
What is this?
And all... I was rich and I've no head for...
So I think there's a weird continuity glitch here where it's like we passed him through the stash and found out his background, and as opposed to using a speech check to find it out.
Oh. Actually. Will you
look?
Very well.
Thank you.
I'm still...
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just...
Okay.
Actually.
Alright. I'm just gonna do a save, reload, and quickly make sure I didn't miss something crazy when I was skipping through the initial bit. Go straight to him.
Praise be.
Will you tell?
Look, nothing again.
Are you?
I'm hide. I hate to. I
No.
was rich and I've no head for managing.
Alright, no, we didn't miss anything. Just a weird little continuity error right there. We didn't miss anything at all. Alright, so I think the best thing to do now would be to wait until the evening and do that bit. And then tomorrow we snitch everything to the other guy, and then we confront Antonius, and we get out of here. So save. What have I just? Is anyone gonna? Doesn't want to confront me about it? So it's working out so far. So far, so good. So far, so good.
Brother.
What's going on?
Brother Cyril mentioned that you didn't submit your parchments in the scriptorium. Do you not enjoy copying books, or are you just willfully shirking your responsibilities?
I was feeling a bit queasy.
Really? Fine then. This time I will forgive you, but next time you'll be punished just like everyone else. Brother. Brother Nevlis says that you didn't finish your work in the herb room.
I had other affairs that needed to be attended to immediately.
Really? I'll pretend nothing. Brother, where were you during Mass? Don't...
I definitely was there. I did come a little late, so perhaps no one noticed me.
Really? Fine then.
How badly did that fuck my reputation with? Up with them. 73, as opposed to what? As opposed to what indeed?
The rule of Saint Benedict.
Right, so what is it right now? 100. That really fucked out, you know. Reputation up. Like, really badly. We're gonna have to tediously, painstakingly get through this. Actually, the best way of doing this, taking a little look at this. 8 AM, working in the factory. Okay.
The command, yet his work will not be acceptable to God, who sees that
No, I can't do anything about that.
far from gaining a reward.
Right. So we do 8 AM, do whatever the work is, and then we skip another 2 hours, do that, yada yada, so on and so forth. And then tomorrow we can wrap things up. Where are we going? Where are we going? In here? Where's in here? Oh, he's in here.
Ah.
Hmm.
I'm here to...
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the alchemist's laboratory. You'll find ingredients in the chests next to it. Concoct 2 buck's blood potions. Once you've finished
Very
it,
well.
you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let me know when you're done so I can check them.
Very well. I hope this isn't the chest I already robbed from. It isn't, thankfully. Save, start alchemy. Alright. Book's blood. Book's blood, where are you? I wish this was like a list we could click on the side instead of slowly flicking through for it. I know it's like more realistic, but at the same time, it's just tedious for the tedium's sake, you know? Wait, don't tell me we don't have book blood recipe. Surely, right? No way. Do we not have book blood recipe? Okay, no, we do. Prepare. Alright, what do we do? Grind for St. John's wort. Leave to cool. Add the dandelions, but do not boil. Alright. So, oh wait, hold on, what is it? What is it? Triangle oleum, whatever that is. This one. There we go. And then, what do we do? Grind for St. John's wort. Oh, give me that. Mortar. Castle. Come on, grind it. Alright. How do I... Oh, I just tip it in. And then what? Put one comfrey in and boil for 1 turn. Leave to cool. Alright, in you go. Bellows. Right, oil. Alright. Add the dandelions, but do not boil. We gotta wait first to finish boiling, and then we'll add dandelions. Gotta wait for it to cool first. Then we gotta do it once more. Come on. When we're going out tonight to steal wine, I'll go grab my lucky dice. And then we can go crazy with the priests. We can get a potion for a hangover too. Add this. Alright. Looks like we're ready to bottle it up. Here we go. Should be good. Nice. Right, go do it again. Oh no, we did it? Really? Did we make 2 from 1? Okay, that's a surprise, but we'll take it. It's gonna be annoying to get to level 10, but whatever.
What do you desire?
Submit.
I finished my work.
Show me what you... Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent. Soon enough, you'll be teaching the other novices.
Maybe. Maybe not. Some people give me bonus alchemy XP, but... guess not. Alright, what time are we on? Almost 10. What's our next juicy? 12 noon, work in the library. Alright, we can go ahead and skip forward then. To 12 noon. Let me go to the library then.
Brother, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working somewhere? Idle hands are the devil's workshop.
I was feeling...
Fine then. This time I will forgive you.
Dude, I literally already walked back in when you... Ay, ay, ay. What a pain. What a pain. Oh, apparently we can get a shit ton of alchemy XP by adding water. And then adding 1 nettle and 2 marigolds. If that's the case, then I'll take a reputation loss. We'll get it back. 1 nettle, 2 marigolds. If this works, I might just get a few levels. We'll see. Or we'll do it later. And apparently you do that, and you just grab a vial and bottle it up. We'll see. Huh. That's convenient. Anyway, we have duties to get to. The library it is. Skills, alchemy. We'll get one at level 10, so... Poison up, yeah, we'll get Venomous Blade. That's pretty good. We'll get 10, 13, 15, 18, 20. We can get 5 more. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, we can get all 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we don't need this. Yeah, that works for me. Obviously, we might not even get that far, but so be it.
I'm here to...
Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. But it's easier than you think. Just a bit of practice and learning Latin. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you read in the original. Is that clear? Then you may begin, and try not to make a mess of it.
Let me actually learn Latin from doing this. Start transcribing. Shit. Apparently you can't actually learn it, unfortunately. I think it's this one. Definitely not that one, or that one. Not that one. This one. Little Bo thinks he's doing something. We'll never learn how to read Latin, or write it, or whatever. I don't know. Oh well, that's unfortunate. Would have been really cool, but whatever.
My boy, what have you done? This is a disaster.
Reputation gained, apparently.
What trouble?
It's funny, but okay. Alright, what next? What next? 4 PM afternoon worship. 16. Our nourishment's going down. Isn't good. But we've almost made it through the day. And we'll be able to leave. What was it? Evening prayer? Afternoon prayer. Yeah. Afternoon prayer. And then what? We can just skip time then. Vespers, common supper. In 2 hours, I believe. Man, I don't know how people can do this for a long time. If we had all the shit prepared before even coming here, and just one day of this is tedious.
Brother, what are you doing here?
I had other affairs that...
I'll pretend nothing.
Hey. On our way to eating.
Permission to speak should rarely be granted even to perfect disciples,
Move.
even though it be for good.
Alright, where are we going next?
For it is written, in much
Compline,
speaking
free
you
time
will
before
not escape
retiring.
sin.
Alright, so we should have free time. We can leave, we can steal wine, we can get our dice, we can get maybe some potions for the hangover. Marigold, what does the marigold potion do? Oh, we cooked one that we need. Cool. Where do we meet him again? Where's the... I see. Go and meet Jordoch in the evening. Now? Or later?
I pull those idlers by the ears.
What have they done to you this time, brother?
Praise be to Christ.
Must be later. I'm gonna wait another hour. And see if that's it. Cause I need to go grab my dice too. Of course, if he's not ready yet. You know what, I might just go out myself. Get my dice first. I'm gonna save in a new slot and go grab my dice. And then we can drink as much as we want then. Afterwards. I want my dice. Yeah, I do. I want my dice. Banana, banana, banana. Give me my dice. Actually, while we're here, have a bite to eat.
What happened to your vows?
Don't worry about it. I'm just going to grab some dice so we can play games. Or there. 6.
Aren't you meant to be in the monastery?
Shut up. I need to grab my dice so I can play games. God, what a bunch of losers. They don't understand anything about being a monk. It's fucking normal to play a few games every now and again. Move out the way, man. You ready, Jordoch?
Ah, great.
Here I am.
Just in time to manage it all. Once we're outside, we'll need to be careful and we'll need to be quick. If we're not back before sunrise, someone will realize we've gone, and there'll be hell to pay.
Where exactly are we going for the wine?
Next to the monastery is the house of the custodian, a baron who provides military protection to the monastery. We'll take the wine from him.
Alright.
Why go to all that trouble? Aren't the monastery wine cellars full?
They are. But Brother Celerius keeps records of all the casks, and the prior checks them. They'd investigate if any went missing. Whereas, if someone outside loses the odd cask, They're not going to suspect us monks.
Okay.
That does sound reasonable.
Makes sense to me.
How do we do that once we're there? Will we need to break into the custodian's cellar?
We needn't break in anywhere. It's on the ground floor and usually unlocked. It holds supplies for the whole craftsman's yard, and every now and again, someone comes in to fetch something. The only thing we have to make sure is that nobody sees us.
Caesars? Like Julius Caesar? Like Roman Empire?
What particular wine are the cicadas after?
They want some Znojmo wine. But there's no way we'll be able to tell what's what. We'll just grab a cask and head off. I doubt the custodian would have anything of poor quality in his cellar.
The brothers will complain.
They'll complain even more if they've nothing to drink at all.
I'm ready. We can head off.
All right. You have the outside keys, so get unlocking.
Alright, which one? Is Jodoc coming? I don't know if he is. Because he just kind of got locked in there. You know, considering someone might see us, you're going very slow. Should we even bother? I'm not even going to bother waiting for them. Or should I? Maybe he'll get fast outside.
Wonderful. Now you have to be quick. Go, and don't let anyone see you or there'll be trouble.
Wait, what do you mean I have to be quick? Aren't we going together?
You know, it's better if I stay here. One fellow attracts half the attention of
true.
two. Just go.
Very well.
Wonderful. Hey, good luck, Gregor. I'll wait here for you.
I'd rather you didn't go anyway. You'll be annoying. Save. No. Save a new slot. We'll get on our horse and we'll be out of here.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Gotta be very quick. Make sure he doesn't see. Oh shit, there's a guard. Well, I think it's in here, isn't it? Does it? Might. Oh. Wine for the cicadas. I wish it was a little bit lighter in here.
Vessels with quicksilver in them.
Ah. Interesting. Is there nothing better? Yes, no. I guess it's this one or bust. Does it say anything here? No. Alright. How are we not level 20 yet? It's only budged by 2%.
Thief! What? You thought I wouldn't find out? You didn't return the relic.
But I...
How could you do that? It's because...
Oh. Chat. You know what we do? We quickly go back. And we return the relic while we're here.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too much of a trifle. I honestly didn't think the game would care about something like that, but turns out it does. It actually looks for it with how jank the script is in some of the quests. I thought it just plain wouldn't give a shit. Did it go back or not? I had a use button, I clicked it and nothing happened. I'm gonna try it once more and not if it never goes back, it never goes back. It's no big deal to me. Although it doesn't make much sense. You'd find out about the ball. I mean, unless there's gossip about it, but I don't see anyone would gossip about a random ass ball in the cave, you know? But whatever. Whatever indeed. Yeah, you can't put it back, it's too late. Alright, whatever. No, get off my back, I guess I'm keeping it. Oh well. Oh well indeed. Let's go back inside. And we'll leave Mott to his own devices. Where the fuck are you going, Dreadlock? Get back in here. Dreadlock.
What trouble?
Okay. I guess he doesn't care about any of that. Where are the stairs? Here they are. I am ready to drink wine and make merry.
I'll say one thing, brother. This wine would grace the Pope's table.
I'm not so sure. It's a bit sour. God knows what's in it.
Don't be absurd. It's a first-class cask, direct from Znojmo.
No, I know the taste of a good vintage, and this isn't it. I bet you that wretch Yorick got the casks mixed up.
Nonsense, it's perfectly drinkable.
No, it isn't. It's sour. No matter. We'll get more soon, so good health.
Good health.
We'll have to take that Yorick to task about where he got this wine and tell him next time he'd better get proper Znojmo.
What about this right here? Okay, I guess it's just poorly scripted.
What is it?
No.
Talk to me.
Maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait until they finish their dialogue and then put it down. Oh, no. Oh, well, it's too late for that. Maybe if I sit down.
What do you do?
Ah, there you go.
What would you...
Let's drink.
Let's drink.
That's the idea.
How about to the abbot?
To the abbot it is.
To abbot.
That's more...
Let's play.
Let's play.
Just the man we've been...
Yeah, I want this. I'm gonna beat you. Ah. Unusual. Let's go and roll again. Unusual for do that bad. Oh, here we go. Here's something. Go on, pass. What are you gonna get, Wow. Alright. 1, 1, 5, 5. Score and pass. I should win on my next one. Unless he gets a crazy roll on the go right here. Right now we're getting pretty bad stuff. But, you know, it is, we win. That it?
What's there left to drink?
To our fresh young novices, our swift steeds, and our boundless cellars.
You and your novices, you old pervert. A toast to our future abbot.
I'll drink to that. So...
Okay, it was just a waste of time.
Son Nevlis.
That Killjoy? He'd love to have us all under his thumb. Fat chance.
Don't worry.
Drinking. We could probably drink enough to get a level up without, you know, too far. Will they believe it? Will they believe it?
Even if just 2 or 3 of them do, it'll help us. So, to Abbot John.
To Abbot John.
Talk to me, brother.
Stick up for
My dear
because
brothers, I'd like to ask a favour of you.
If it's wine you want, laddie, go and find your own.
no.
It's about novice Lucas. I've spoken with him and learned a few things. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop treating him so cruelly.
Well, Brother Gregor, I never thought for a moment you were the sort of man who would associate with someone like Lucas. I'll have you know he's a sodomite, a depraved sinner, and an impudent little louse who wanted to break up our little after-dark get-togethers and rat us out to the prior.
Hey Nate, how's it going?
He needs to be kept in line.
He hates you because you trample all over him and he has nothing to lose. If you show him just a bit of kindness, he'll think again about taking you on. You'll see.
Fine. You've convinced me. You can tell
Good
him
night.
things
Good.
have been straightened out.
Heading out tomorrow for a few months.
Better be on his
Oof.
best behaviour from now on. Beware of
It's a
Lucas.
bad time to be going out for a few months. So many good games coming out.
What do you mean?
He's a sodomite, a sinner. He might try to get you into the habit, or out of it.
I know, make it inside, yeah, man. Destiny Horse Origin comes out in a few days. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 comes out. Avowed comes out. Man, you're going to be missing out on so much.
I didn't know that. Thanks for the warning.
Alright, let's get a little bit drunk, I guess.
Let's drink.
That's the idea.
How about to the abbot?
To the
To up.
That's more.
Alright.
That's.
How about to the
To the.
to up?
That.
That. How about
To the.
to up?
That's.
I don't know, I might be cooked a little bit. Or not. It's barely making a dent. We'll drink till we level up and then we'll go. Never mind, we can't.
Talk to.
I'm not really.
Then why wait?
Thank you for.
Alright. Let's get out of here.
Down the hatch. Every gulp of.
We're done here. I think it's time to sleep till the morning. Talk to a few people. Dump everyone in it. And then confront Antonio, or whatever his name is. That's what we shall do. Alright. 6 AM, I believe. Honestly, man, this section could have taken so much longer if we didn't feverishly break in here and just rob everything and get it all nice and set up and ready. Right, here we go. Let's go. To speak to a few people, we can do it while they're all eating.
This is not.
Alright, when do we start eating? 6 AM, common meal. Oh, that's gonna put us up there almost at 7, which is when they're gonna start leaving. Maybe, maybe not. But Mass is a really good time. We'll save and we'll take the risk. We do this, we go to the Mass. They should all be in there. We can talk to everyone. We can tell Navas about everything. And then we can confront Antonius right there. Alright, here we go. Eat with the others.
I was mute and was humbled and kept silence even.
Peace be with you, brother.
Here the prophet
Alright,
shows
Novice
that
Lucas.
silence ought to lead us at times.
Speak about you with the
I
Circators.
spoke to the cicadas about how they've been treating you.
Really? Did you manage to convince them to leave me alone?
Therefore, since this
Hmm.
spirit of silence
But you have to promise not to tell anyone what you saw them doing. Then they'll leave you alone.
That's a promise I'd be glad to make. I'm forever in your debt, brother. Because now I know I can trust you, there's something I want to tell you. It's about Brother Antonius.
Oh, yeah?
I wouldn't like to say something that isn't true. God forbid I should cause harm by my words, but this is something I'm sure of. Novice Antonius is lying to us.
It all works out perfectly then.
He claims he's a merchant's son from Vlashim, and that he joined the order voluntarily. The thing is, I spent a great deal of time in Vlashim. I know it like the back of my hand, and no one even remotely like Antonius has ever lived there.
Are you sure? Because this could mean that...
It's true, or Canute isn't my name. That would be my secular name, by the way, but that's not important. I know Vlashim, and I know the local merchants there, and I've never seen Antonius among them. Why would he be lying if he had nothing to hide?
Thank you.
I watched some Solo 11.
I'll look into it.
Nah, I don't blame you. It's really good. I mean, I don't know if the anime is good, but the manga is fire. Enjoy.
Will you tell...
Guy,
I mean, wait...
say,
You see, I'm looking for someone here.
You're looking for someone? But you're a novice, aren't you?
I am a novice. At least until I find the man I'm looking for.
Why would you be looking amongst monks? You know, the laws of man aren't valid here. In the cloister, we're subject to divine law, the law of the church.
I'm looking for a footpad who's hiding out here in the monastery. He had a hand in raising the Neuhoff farm. He's taken many lives.
I heard something about that. But why are you telling me all this?
Because you could help me. It has to be one of the other novices.
That can't be. Have you told the prior? What are you going to do to this man once you find him?
Talk to him. Then I'll see. Do you have any idea which of the novices could be the imposter I'm looking for?
I think I might know.
Antonius.
I wouldn't like to say something that isn't true.
Yeah.
What makes you say?
He claims...
Are you sure?
It's true.
Thank you for telling...
With verbal admonition the first and second time.
There's something I should tell you. Something secret. I am a novice.
Why would you be...
I'm looking for a...
Say it with some peace and dialogue.
Talk deep.
I think
Are you sure?
It's not corrected with words. And
Alright.
beat your son with the rod.
I think we're not doing that, man.
From death.
He is most assuredly not pious. Alright. Jodoch, your turn.
What do you...
Listen, there's something I ought to tell you. There's a dangerous criminal hiding in the monastery, and I came here to look for him.
Ha! I knew it! He's a villain. Who are you, though? Oh, it's better not to ask, isn't it? It's always safer not to ask.
Never mind that. Who's a villain?
That's Siskin.
No, it's not.
I thought he was an odd one. The way
Maybe he is, but not the one we're
now
looking
it makes
for.
perfect sense. He's a criminal fleeing justice.
You mean his not going to morning prayers?
So you noticed that too?
Make no distinction of persons in the monastery.
Ah, you've got the wrong end of the stick. That has nothing to do with anything.
You think so? He definitely acts like a criminal. Who else would it be?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
What are you going to do to that fellow once you find him?
I don't know yet.
You should talk to the Circators or the Prior about it. Not act on your own.
Nope. Alright, that's his dialogue. Exhausted. Solarius, your turn.
What troubles?
You have some interesting skills for a monk.
Okay.
What's there to tell? We were all young and foolish once. I was a student in Prague, completely broke, living from hand to mouth and studying all day. It wasn't an easy life.
So you turned to stealing?
I set about securing a livelihood as best I could. A goose, some new shoes, a bit of coin to spend with my friends. Without that little bit extra, I'd never have completed my studies. I would have turned into a beggar. And who else do you know that can say he's serving God thanks to having been a thief?
No one, brother.
Me.
Thank you for telling
In
me
game,
the story.
that is.
I'm looking for...
And...
I need to get...
Well, I can't help you with that.
I'm looking... What's...
Peace, brother. So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you?
Right, cool. That's his dialogue exhausted. Yep, that's his dialogue exhausted.
Lips, but simply in his heart.
Another
And
Siskin.
even though he fulfills
I'm gonna talk to you now.
yet his work
Will you
will
look?
be acceptable to God.
I've no.
Is murmuring, and far from gaining a reward for such
It's
work
the who.
as this,
Oh,
he will incur the punishment due to murmurers
just.
unless he
All right.
and make satisfaction.
There's something I should tell you.
All
Something
of
you
the
won't be
dialogue
happy
is
to hear.
exhausted.
I'm here to find someone and, well, to do away with him. But listen, it's not murder. Not when it's a man like him. He's one of the brigands who burned down Neuhof. He doesn't deserve to live.
What's he doing here? And who are you?
They call him Pious because he used to be a priest. When he found out a lot of people were after him, he hid away here. And as you can see, escaped suspicion. They sent me here to find him and bring him to justice. He's one of the novices.
So we have one outlaw and one assassin in our midst. This place is a lot more exciting than I expected.
Let him make no distinction
Do you know who it is?
persons in the
Yeah.
That's just it.
Antonius.
Let him not love one more than another, unless it be one whom he
It could be
finds better in
Antonius?
good works or in
Antonius?
obedience. And
He's
let
a
him
fine
not
fellow.
shut
No,
his
no,
eyes
it
to
can't
the
be.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
See how hard it
Since
is?
he has the authority,
It could
let
be
him
anyone,
cut
and at the
out
same
those
time,
falls
nobody
by
in
the
particular.
roots As soon as they begin
No, but I hope I'll track him down soon.
I swear I don't know anything.
remembering the fate of Heli.
I suspect.
Do you know that occurred to me too?
No, it's not true, Dick.
I suspect
He certainly says little enough, and he keeps.
Nope, not him.
It could be you.
What on earth makes you think that?
Characters, he should curb at the very
True enough.
beginning of their ill-doing by stripes.
I won't.
and
You're
other
talking about
bodily
killing.
punishments. Knowing that
Would
it
you
is
do that?
written,
I have a
"Fool is
feeling you.
not corrected
You're right.
with words."
I'll keep it to
And
myself.
again, beat
I've got
your
problems
son
enough of my own.
See, yeah,
Thank you,
true.
sister.
deliver his soul from death.
Right, we went through his dialogue.
Readings on the spirit of
Who are you?
silence. Let us do
What is it?
Right, you have nothing
the
to
rule of
say.
Saint Benedict. Readings on the spirit of
Monk. Brother Neville is going to be the last one I speak to. Antonius is going to be the second to last one I speak
that I may
to.
not sin with my tongue.
John, anything to say?
God to my mouth. I was
Nope.
mute and was humbled and kept
Dibba, anything to say?
What would you like?
Nope. Alright, Nevilis, I'm telling you everything. Right here, right now.
I mean, why? What's...
Many
That's all.
peace be. What would you?
I've discovered something.
I see.
The older brothers are picking on novice Lucas, punishing him when he doesn't deserve it, and humiliating him.
It seems that now even brothers can't avoid worldly evil. Thank you for the information, and if you can, stand up for him. The older brothers are also out to get me. Any action I take, they'll try to use against me.
The Circated...
I thought so.
Brother Yodok has been...
Yodok? Well, that little rat's shown his true colors. Do you know where he's stealing it from?
From the cellar of a low-ranking vassal outside the monastery walls.
Clever. A custodian would never suspect anyone in the monastery. And no one here would suspect monks were drinking secretly when no wine's missing. Thank you, brother. Could you please inform the prior? If I were to do it, they'd cry false accusations.
Brother Siskin is hiding treasure he owned before he became a monk.
It doesn't surprise me. It's not the first time that's happened, and it won't be the last. I wouldn't punish him, but you can talk to him about it. Perhaps God will guide him, and he'll gladly give up his mammon.
That's all I know.
If you find out anything else...
I'm just going to cause as much shit as possible. I'm causing as much shit as possible before I leave.
Ah.
Nevlis wanted me to steal a forbidden book from the library.
Really? Oh, this must be a dream. Actually, this would never have occurred to me, even in my wildest dreams. Which book? What did he want it for?
What was that writer called? Avicenna, a pagan and a Mohammedan. He wanted to use it to help heal Abbot Peter.
What? That dirty louse thinks he can steal magic books and use them to curse good Christians? Well, he shan't, as long as my name's John.
I don't think it's really like that. It was a medicinal book, and Nevlis had good intentions.
Brother, If the book is forbidden, there is a good reason for it. Forbidden books are full of magic, blasphemy, and witchcraft. There's no excuse for reading them, let alone stealing them from where they've been safely hidden away. Nevertheless has committed a grave offence, and he'll pay for it. But listen, brother, for the time being, keep it to yourself. Now, you've helped me greatly, but I'll save it for when Nevertheless begins elbowing his way into the elections. The power of truth is greatest when its timing is right.
As you wish. I'm glad I could help.
I won't forget it.
Right. We've caused as much shit here as we possibly can.
What would...
There's actually someone called Priya or not? Chat, I've made a new save. I'm gonna go look for Priya. I'll resume video if I find him. I found him,
Welcome
chat.
amongst us. Yes, yes. The Lord wanted me to take over the abbot's
Found
duties
him.
in his absence, but mainly I'm a servant of God, just like you and all the other brethren. Before God, there's no difference between us. How do you like it here?
It's wonderful.
Wonderful here.
It's not, chat. Not.
I'm glad to hear it. May your enthusiasm last.
Brother, you were somewhere you shouldn't have been.
Say. We'll have to sneak out then. I chat, we're in here again. But I'm out of time to see if we can do it.
I'm a new brother.
Well, how do
Here we go.
It's one. Will you tell me something about how the abbot is elected?
Of course. Abbot Peter is old, and we're afraid he'll soon be with our Heavenly Father.
Okay.
Anyone can become.
Precisely.
Yeah.
We have two candidates,
You
Nevlas
would know all
and
this.
John. I know that some brothers have already begun scheming, but don't even think...
Yeah, we wouldn't know all this. Okay, so there's nothing crazy with that dialogue then. Let's go. Let's go back to mass. Let's go back to mass before anyone notices. Alright. Novice Antonius, it is time.
Talk to me, bro.
I've heard you're from Vlad.
Yes, why do you ask? And more importantly, where did you hear it? Since I'm quite sure I've never told you. Honestly, the monks like to gossip more than old wives at the market.
I've read the abbot's book. It's got everything he knows about the novices.
Why? Why would you do that?
That doesn't matter. What matters is the abbot doesn't believe your little fairy tale either.
What's so implausible about it? I've always been more interested in books, so I left my brother the shop and came here to live a good life.
You see, I'm looking for someone in the monastery. Someone who's lied about who he is. And you fit that description perfectly.
But I told you, I've never lied to anyone.
Yeah, you have.
I think you're lying to me right now.
Do you think you're entitled to met out justice? Who gave you the right? I'm sorry, but I don't want to have anything more to do with you, Gregor. You're a lunatic, and the prior ought to be warned about you.
Please don't tell him anything. It would put my whole mission in jeopardy. And believe me, my cause is just.
Very well.
What a silly option.
You should think twice about what you have in mind.
What a silly option that was. Alright, Antonius.
Praise be to...
I'm
no priest, but
we already heard this dialogue.
You don't.
Before we reload us.
Someone whose job it is to
Punishment?
I don't know yet. Perhaps you...
The missing...
I know.
3? No one knows anything. Actually, the more I
don't think it was him.
Don't fret, my friend.
I found a dagger in your stash.
And why shouldn't you have? I did hide it there after all. Do you often go through other people's belongings?
Yeah. What does a monk need a dagger for?
I have a question for you. I think you know what it is. What does a monk need a dagger for?
That dagger's the only thing I have left of my father. It was in our old shop, under the counter. Father kept it there to protect himself from thieves. When I was little, I admired that dagger so much. I asked Father if he'd give it to me when I was older. He always said yes, but only after he was dead.
Did you kill him?
Go on, please.
Now Father's dead and I'm here. That piece of steel is the only thing I have left from the outside world. I know it's not suitable for a monk, but I can't part with it. Now you can give it back to me. Thou shalt not steal.
I'll keep it.
Here it is.
We have another weapon anyway.
Thank you.
We can beat them anyways,
It means
doesn't
a lot
matter.
to me.
Here's your dagger.
Thank you, brother. You don't know what this means to me. It's the only thing I have to remember him by.
Uh-huh.
I know you're Pius, the man I've been looking for.
So you're finally sure? Tell me, Gregor, or Carl, or whatever your true name is. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. I'm not sure what I should do.
Well, at least you're prepared to think and not just play bloodhound for a pack of nobodies. And I'm glad you have your doubts.
I don't want to be like the people I'm looking for. If I have to kill, it should be for a reason, not because I enjoy it.
You know, we're both pawns in someone else's game. They have plans for us, but we don't have to let them use us. We can just forget all about it and go our own way. I was a bandit, and I was at Nyhoff. I've robbed and stolen.
So back
but
that
I swear
monk
to
was
God,
too busy
I've never in
eating
my
to
life
care.
slain innocent people. What I saw at Nyhoff made me realize my life was worth shit, but I still had a chance to change for the better. Here in the monastery, I've had plenty of time to think things over. But then you showed up and fucked it all up.
So the evildoer changes his ways and finds God. What exactly are you proposing?
Both of us can leave this place. You can go back to your people, and I can go somewhere where I can live out my life in peace, and no one will try to kill me. If we work together, we can both get what we want.
Are there other options?
What if I wanted a different option?
You could kill another novice, I suppose. If news of the murder got out from the monastery, my former friends might believe I'm dead. But I'm offering you a solution that doesn't require any killing. Before we make a run for it, we'll make it look like someone's killed me. Loads of blood, a tattered scrap of my habit, and footprints leading towards the river. No one will bother looking for my body there. There we'll split up. You go for your bounty, and I'll get as far away from here as I can.
Alright, let's do it your way.
Good. Let's do it your way.
Good. I'm glad that despite our initial discord, we could reach an agreement. Here, take something to calm your stomach. Now we'll need the keys to the monastery and some blood to make the tracks.
What will you do?
What are you going to do?
I need to get ready for a long journey. Prepare supplies, get some normal clothing somehow. That sort of thing. You can escape in that habit, but I need to vanish as fast as I can.
Okay.
What do I need the keys to the monastery for?
How else will we get out? This place is practically a prison.
I already have the
Do you mean
keys.
these keys?
What? I'm not going to ask you how you got your hands on those, you devious lad.
We talk about this right in the middle of the mess hall in front of everyone.
And where am I supposed to get my hands on blood in a monastery?
You'll find a parchment in the kitchen with a list of ingredients on it. All the things they're ordering. Add blood for making soup to the list. And when it's delivered the next day, take it before anyone notices it's even come.
Alright.
Alright, that's everything I need to know. I can get started.
Excellent. Come and see me once you have everything. And try to be as fast as you can. And Gregor, thank you.
No problem.
Praise be to...
Wait, I have blood? No, I don't. Right? Yeah, need blood. Parchment in the kitchen. This is the kitchen now. Is this it? The parchment right here? No. I'm not sure where this magical parchment is. 1 second. I remember where the kitchen is. I know what it is. It's through this door right here. It's right in here, isn't it? Pot should be a pot. No. Oh no, there's no one here. No one here. Don't worry about it. Come on, man. Get out the way, man. Come on.
What the hell?
Come on, get out. Get out, man. Alright, should be good to go. Yep, there we go. Nice. Wait until blood arrives for next day.
Around after them, finishing what they don't.
Did you have to finish someone's weeding in the garden again?
Yet again. I've had enough of it.
Alright, what are we supposed to do now? 8 and 9. Do. Can I?
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
That's optional. Monastery schedule. 12 noon, 4 PM afternoon worship. Then common supper. If I save right here and then hide in here until the 4 PM worship. I don't know. Maybe we can skip a bunch of busy work that we don't really want to do. We'll see. If we can't, we're going to end the video here, man, because it is almost 5 AM and I didn't anticipate this segment being this long. It's already been 3 hours in the recording too, so I'm just gonna pack up, go to bed, and we'll finish this off tomorrow. So we'll see,
God, can't you...
The church for prayer and mass, and then what? 6 PM Vespers common supper. Alright. There's 6 PM. Over there. Boom, 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 boom. We should have everything we need then, if no one pulls me here. If no one cares. About to find out. If no one says anything, or if they do when you don't lose reputation.
Here the prophet
Brother,
shows that if the
Brother
spirit
Cyril
of
mentioned...
silence ought to lead us at times
I definitely...
refrain
Really?
from
Fine then.
speech, so much the more...
Right, what is it at? Reputation Monastery. 87? I don't know, man. He cares. Chat, I don't want to rush this. I'm gonna find whoever this is. Okay, it's here. Chat, we will do this tomorrow. I am tired. It is almost 5 AM. We'll finish up the monastery segment tomorrow. I just want to get it all done in one go, but oh well. In any case, with that in mind, if watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. Really helps a lot. Follow on Twitch, it would help even more. But regardless, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.